Good morning and welcome to the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. I'm Mike Flanagan, joined by Matt Turek. Back in Waterloo again, Matt.
Yep, one of my favorite places to come. It's almost like a second home for me here at Maple Lanes in Waterloo, Iowa. Just happy to be here.
Yeah, me too. We've got 21 total games today that we're going to be bringing to you.
It's going to be a lot of bowling.
The first one's going to be A squad, front and center, 7 games this morning, and we'll take you out to the lanes now, and we'll introduce you to the same pair every single year that we bring in for game number 1. Every year it's like a tradition. Jeff Riggles, Tom Hess, Joe Engelkiss, who is our tournament director. He is up in frame number 1 to get the tournament kicked off. Let's see what Joe does. Flushes it.
Good shot for Joe.
It's going to be a good tournament, Matt, with that kind of start.
It sure is. Pattern, I had the pattern handy. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, the lane condition, they always make them tough here at the Fusion Realtors Open, and it's 37 feet in length with a reverse brush drop at 32 feet, which means that on the way back, because it oils on the way down and the way back, it starts oiling on the way back at 32 feet. They're putting 17 milliliters of oil on the lane, which isn't very much, but it does a lot to these high-performance bowling balls. It dictates where you can play on the lanes, when the ball hooks, and it'll be a real challenge for the bowlers today. It's a 1.96 to 1 ratio from the outside to the inside part of the lane. Total volume of oil, 30 milliliters on this AMF SPL surface. This tournament wouldn't be possible without the great sponsors that they have here. Of course, Fusion Realtors and Community First National Bank being the 2 title co-sponsors, but Ebonite International has come on board to support now for the 2nd year in a row the entire Greater Iowa Bowling Association tournaments, along with the Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open, which they run 2 of those a year. So thank you to Ebonite International, making some great products, makers of the Warrior Elite, the Adrenaline Series, as well as the coveted Game Breaker 2 series.
That's a good series. Good ball.
The Waterloo Conventions and Visitors Bureau has been supporting this tournament for many, many years. We want to thank the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau. Of course, here at Maple Lanes, the Kingpin Bar and Grill, donating 10% of the funds raised this weekend through revenue streams goes right back into the tournament. Budweiser has helped out over the years as well and is back again. Logo Infusion also for the 2nd tournament in a row is on board. And if you want to go out and get yourself a nice jersey like we were wearing on the opening, Logo Infusion, a great partner of InsideBowling and a great partner of the Greater Iowa Bowling Association. Check them out. Go over to logoinfusion.com, enter in a coupon code. Get ready, grab your pen. GIBA16. GIBA16, that code will get you 10% off any order over at logoinfusion.com, and that's good till the end of April. And 2 more sponsors to mention, the Isle Hotel and Casino, where we stay every time we come here. Thank you for your sponsorship, and the Member Mortgage Services also making this possible. This morning, Matt, there are 64 bowlers on this squad. We'll have 3 squads today. 64 times 3 brings us to 192 total combatants out on the lanes. They bowl 7 games with 4 on a pair. It should take about 3 to 3.5 hours to complete each squad of qualifying. And this morning we've got quite a few heavy hitters as we look at Tom Hess. Matt, if you could take us down to 13 and 14, our other featured pair, we've got some really good bowlers here as well. As we've got Eric Vermelia. We've got Nick Parr, and Nick Parr, he's, I don't know if he's the assistant tour rep for Motive out on tour, or if he's just the co-tour rep, but Motive having a lot of success on tour recently, and he's bowling along with Matt McNeil, and is also bowling this morning with Eric Gulbranson. So a lot of good bowlers this morning. Eric Vermelia is an Eagle winner. Of course, McNeil with all of the Eagles that he's had. With Parr and Gulbranson. So
he just started going out on tour as well.
Yeah, he did. He got his card. They won the team event at the Fall Classic, and Matt's going to give it a go when he can. He's got a full-time job working for Target Corporation in their home office, I believe it is.
Target.
So we're rocking and rolling. We're cruising right along here this morning. We're happy you're with us. Going to go in and check in on the chat right now. I want to welcome in all of our viewers this morning. We appreciate you being part of today's broadcast. Good morning to Greg M. Good morning to Eric Binky.
EB. How's it going, Eric? The old EB. Nasty little split there. On lane 13, also on lane 12, you just saw on the left side of your screen. Nasty little 2-8-10. The two fell very late, making it even more difficult. I got a feeling there's going to be quite a few splits, and spares are going to be key today again.
Yeah, you know, it was funny. Last year we had the 8-10 picked right here on our live broadcast.
That's right. Could happen again. Now the pin bounced out, but just not in the right direction. They're going to clear the deadwood there on lane 12. Let's pop her on down to our low end where Jeff Riggles is getting ready to throw his fourth frame shot. 9 spare strike, 9 spare for old Jeff. No, I'm sorry, the screen switched. Boy, this is going to get me all weekend.
Ken Duffield also bowling with them this morning. Ken Duffield is very, very active online on social media. It looks like old Duffield's got the first 3 down there this morning. Ken Duffield. Tom Adcock also in today's field. Tom Adcock just recently signed with Ebonite International. He's a 4-brand staffer. And he said he would stop by and join us during the B squad today. Have an opportunity to go through some products. And I want to ask Tom how it's going so far. Obviously, Ebonite International is a partner of InsideBowling.com. We work with them very, very closely with some of their digital marketing and some of the marketing strategies involved with the company. A great team over there, and we're happy to be associated with them. We're up over 100 viewers already this morning.
Yes,
we are. It's a little surprising because our broadcasts are so awful.
Jeff rolling that 10-pin out, boy. Woo, that was exciting.
You want to know the beauty here is the folks that are watching live are probably saying to themselves, you know, the quality's a little bit weak, you guys. Normally we're seeing everything in custom HD. Well, our internet connection here in this facility this time has been it's a little challenging to say the least. So we're doing what we can with what we have available. But the great thing is we do record everything in HD. So the majority of the people that watch this, the recorded version, you'll be watching it crystal clear HD. So
HD quality, pretty much everybody nowadays has got an HD TV.
sure do.
I don't think anybody has got any old tube-style TVs anymore.
This tournament draws a large field, draws a lot of very good bowlers. But the one cool thing about this event that makes it unique is that it's not top-heavy at all. It's not a very top-heavy tournament. As a matter of fact, I'm going to head over to their website right now. If you go to giba-bowling.com, you can go over to the Greater Iowa Bowling Association website. You can look at everyone that's bowling in the tournament today. And I believe they have the prize list already on here. Matt, I believe last night, did you find the prize list?
I did. It is on their website. You can go to schedule and then scroll down to Fusion Realtors Open, then click more info. You want to make sure you get the right one, February 26th, 27th, and 28th. And then there is the actual sign-up sheet and rules. And you can see out of 180 entries,
oh, there is the prize list
60
right there.
spots will be paid. Looks like $2,800 on top.
2,800, 2,100, 1,600, 1,300, 1,100, 1,000. And so on. The last cash spot gets $215, and it looks like the entry fee for this tournament is $150. So a great payout for this event. So scores are pretty high on lanes 5 and 6 to start out the day. I mean, there's a lot of talent down there for sure, but this, less than 2-to-1 oil pattern. I'm looking around. I'm actually seeing a lot of strikes. I see the front 5 over here on 11 and 12. I see strike, spare, triple on 7 and 8, spare, 4-bagger. I don't know what's going on here, but scores looking kind of high.
That could be a good thing
To start.
Yeah, there's the 5-bagger there.
Yeah,
there's
there's
a 280 max score.
Front 6 down here.
Yeah.
What's going on here? It's early, but man, this is if this is a sign of our day, Matt, we might actually get out of here on time or early.
Yeah, boy, wouldn't that be nice?
If they strike like this.
They're striking like the Dickens out there. Be able to get something to eat as we say that. And Jeff just 2, 4, 8, 10s. Got 2 splits this game, and he's got an open in the 6th.
That is funny, as we say that. Jeff 2, 4, 8, 10. That's accurate. It's very, very accurate. It's what we usually do.
and Joe Engelkist, 210. So
yeah, well,
let's shoot on down to our other high-end pair, 13 and 14 here for a little bit, where Matt McNeil is up, bowling. Not quite up yet.
Eric Vermilia is up right now. Throwing at the old 3, 6, 9, 10.
Boy, that could be a challenge, but he covers it like there was nothing.
Yeah, Eric's actually got his wife Amanda here as well. I haven't seen Amanda in a few years. Great to have the family out today. Did you get something going there?
I did get something going, a little bonus production.
Yeah, well, we figured since we've got so many great bowlers this morning, we'll just bring you into a double
Look
wide.
at that. Did
We'll
you
bring
see
you into
that,
a little
production
split screen.
value there?
Yeah,
Little slide on over.
I've been noticing, and I don't know who else you've been working for to provide such unbelievable
Tom
skills.
has 210s.
No, he didn't 210. He 410 light.
Oh, he did 410. I need binoculars up here. There's a look at Matt McNeil with the old white belt. Tripping all 10 down. You know, after doing the Bradley with you, it's kind of nice to see a little back end, a little hook. For those of you that joined us on our last broadcast at the Bradley, it was just oil everywhere.
Yeah, boy.
It was unique.
It was what you would call a little thing called brutal.
Yeah.
The other camera works better.
So look at Troy Fuller on lane 8. Throwing good shots. There's Joe Engelkiss up on the left side as he 710s. Splits galore down there now that we mentioned the high scores. There's old Eddie Josephine in the chat. I'm ready for the Ozarks, my friend. It's going to be a good time.
Hey, everybody, do us a favor, too. We don't ask for much here. We provide free coverage for you.
Way to make him feel guilty, Mike.
Go out, and if you happen to be someone that's on social media at all, check out the Inside Bowling assets, if you would. Would you give us a like and a subscribe all throughout? So let's go through the checklist here. First of all, if you're watching on YouTube, which that's the only place you can watch today, as we are not simulcast anywhere on DirecTV or your local cable provider. Not today. Hit that subscribe button, all right? That's the first thing on your checklist. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We certainly would appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. So that's mission number 1, all right? If you choose to accept it, thank you very much. All right, now number 2. If you have the old book, the old Facebook.
The book.
Head over to Inside Bowling on Facebook and give us a like. That's the second thing that you need to do. If you don't mind, we'd appreciate it. The third thing that you need to do is if you're on Instagram, which if you're not on Instagram, you're really missing out.
Now, I heard that this is a very important mission, the old Instagrams.
Yeah, we're trying to get this thing to 5,000 followers on Instagram.
Viewers, followers?
Followers.
Is that what they are?
We're only a couple hundred away right now. And all you have to do is just go and follow us on Instagram. So that's number 3. So we got the YouTube, subscribe, Facebook, like us, Instagram, follow us, and then head over to the old Twitter. Inside Bowling on Twitter. Make it very easy for you, and give us a follow over on the old Twitter. Tweet us, #InsideBowling. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, to answer your question there, Greg, it is wood. They are wood approaches. There is a color contrast here with the lighting, but they are wood approaches with the synthetic lane surface. I got to tell you, I enjoy sliding on wood better than synthetic approaches.
Well, you were telling me about that in the car ride on the way down.
Yeah,
man. And I believe you. But I will tell you the new textured approaches that they put in that all of the manufacturers have are pretty nice as well. I personally prefer a textured synthetic approach simply because with a bowling center to being able to thrive and succeed in today's modern day economy, you need a lot of parties on the weekends. You need a lot of recreational play. And those folks don't understand how to take care of the lanes as well because they just aren't around it enough. So if someone were to spill a pitcher of soda on a wood,
An entire pitcher of
well,
soda.
it happens on a wood approach. It's very, very difficult to ever get that.
Oh, yeah, it would stay. I know. Yeah, it would totally stain the wood. It would look
But
crappy.
on my synthetic
Yeah, it's
textured approach,
very easily cleaned.
yeah. So that's kind of why I
Easy to
prefer that.
maintain. It's probably more durable. Hold up a little bit longer.
You know what? Hey, phone in, folks. Give us a call. Let us know. Textured synthetic approach or a wood approach.
And go. We have no votes yet. There's a poll you can put on the old Twitter feed.
I think I will. I'll go out and do that here in just a second.
Oh. We have a vote for wood. DJ Ricky Smith says wood. Stephen Mon, wood. So that's 2-0 there, Mike. What do you got to say to that?
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with that.
I'm going to vote for wood, so that's 3-0. Greg, however, is taking your side because he was a lane man on wood approaches, and he knows. And actually, I was a lane man on wood approaches for a portion of my life. And, oh, no, Greg does prefer wood, but it's horrible to clean, especially scuff marks and having to get down there with a rag and some acetone and trying to clean it up. By the time you do a 24-32 lane center, your thumb hurts.
All right, so we're going to head on over to the Inside Bowling Twitter account right now. We're going to post this poll. And guess what? Guess what? We've got some people. We've got our Twitter followers are going up. Thank you, everybody. And if you're watching a rebroadcast, just hit pause and go do all that real quick. So here's Riggs up in the 10th frame and blows by the head pin.
Their score is down here for a minute.
Looks like scores have slowed down a bit compared to what we were talking about through 5 or 6 frames.
Yeah, well, that's when we started talking about it.
Right now we're going over to the Inside Bowling Twitter account. And which approach do you prefer? I should put bowling. Which bowling approach do you prefer? Textured synthetic or wood? I'll put classic wood.
Classic wood versus...
Yeah, we're going to run
just
that for
normal
one day.
wood?
Yeah. All right, which bowling approach do you prefer? Textured synthetic or classic wood? Go vote right now on the Inside Bowling Twitter feed. Go over there, cast your vote.
I'm the first vote. So it's 100% classic wood.
All right, I'm going to go vote on it right now. And let me give her a vote. I'm going to go textured synthetic. All right, we're 50-50 right now, you and me. Social media is such a beautiful thing. You can really interact with people, and we appreciate you being part of our broadcast. I'm going to check in on the chat now. The old Bo Burton jinx. Yeah, speaking of Bo Burton, we got a big event coming up into April. It's the Logo Infusion InsideBowling.com Open, brought to you by the brands of Ebonite International, Track, Hammer, Ebonite, and Columbia 300. Bo Burton, Dave Lamont will be on the call on this here channel, and we're hoping you will enjoy it as much as we will.
Yeah, that's going to be a good event and a good finals. It always is every year. But just having Bo Burton in the booth with Dave Lamont is going to be just fantastic.
We've got our players finishing on lanes 13 and 14 now. Matt McNeil, possible 229. Be 227 for McNeil. Goldbrinson, though, with a huge game here.
Yeah,
Big
I'll
start. 270, 270. It was 205 for Nick Parr, and Eric Vermelia 213. So we'll see if he can finish out 270 here. Eric Goldbrinson, the southpaw, lane 13. Game 1 of 7, A squad qualifying, Fusion Realtors, Community First National Bank Open, and he's got it. So that's a great start right now for Goldbrinson.
I can't see down to the high end.
That's a good bracket number right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good bracket
get him
number.
through.
All right, let's take you back down now. Action finish there. Take you down to Hess, Duffield, Riggles, and Engelkiss. Looks like Engelkiss had 196. Duffield 206. Riggles 163, and Hess 233.
Game 1 just finished up.
And with that, while we have a break in the action, we'll go ahead and show you a few words here from our friends over at Ebonite. We'll be right back with game number 2. Mike and Matt back with you for game number 2. 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open, and we've got the same folks we had on 5 and 6 with the skip procedure today. They change it every year. Engelkiss, Riggles, Duffield, and we named him Thess the last time we were here.
King Thess.
And he's actually got that on his shirt today.
Does he really? Is that what he was showing us?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sure does.
Old King Thess. We're in the presence of royalty, Mike.
So we got a real opportunity here to see how the lanes transition from pair to pair. I wonder if Engelkiss set up the skip procedure that way so he could start the day, first two games on the
back-to-back.
live pairs.
Just trying to get some exposure.
Today's skip procedure is skip 3, skip 2, skip 1, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3 after each game. 7 total games. We've also got some questions here in the chat. Wanted us to go over the oil pattern. They were curious if we knew the oil pattern, and yes, we do. You can also go see it if you subscribe to Jeff Riggle's 11thframe.com blog.
Hashtag buy the blog.
It's right there for you. It's a 1.96 to 1 ratio. It's 37 feet in length. 30 total milliliters of oil. 17.6 is applied on the way down and 12.4 on the way back. And here is Hess right now. You see it right there on the back of his jersey, Hess.
And it worked.
Yes, it did.
Throws his hands up in excitement, comes off high-fiving everybody,
hey,
smiling.
Hess, put your hands up in the air like you just don't care. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's your birthday. King Hess. We called him that because he got off to such a poor start last time.
Yeah.
And then he started, and then we told him that, hey, we're going to rename you right now, Hess. And then he bowled good, 2 games, and then he ended up making it into the round of 10, and I believe got defeated the first or second match. I can't remember. But you know how you can find out? Head over to our YouTube channel and watch last year's finals.
Yeah, but don't do it now. Do it after this. Do it after we're done. But while you're there, give us a subscribe on YouTube. You'll know when the next great live coverage action is coming out. And we're going to actually be busy this first half of this year, aren't we, Mike?
Yeah, we sure are. We've got some events coming up here in the near future I want to tell you about. Today's broadcast, of course, will conclude tomorrow afternoon with crowning a champion here from Waterloo, Iowa at Maple Lanes. And then the 25th to the 26th next month will be at the Southland Bowling League Championship at AMF All-Star Lanes in Kenner, Louisiana. In April, the 15th and through the 17th, will be at the Boom Scratch Doubles.
Boom!
At Professor Bowl West in Little Rock, Arkansas. And, of course, the 22nd through the 24th of April, the very next weekend, we'll have back-to-back weekends of coverage. InsideBowling.com open. Tropicana Lane, St. Louis, Missouri. And already on our schedule, the Hammer Holiday Doubles in December. Concord Bowl in St. Louis, Missouri.
Most wonderful tournament of the year.
So there you have it. Game number 2 of 7 underway. We've got 3 squads today. Mike and Matt here with you. Mike Flanagan, Matt Churik.
That's me.
Bringing you the coverage here. I want to thank our additional sponsors here. Ebonite, Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau, Kingpin Bar and Grill, Budweiser, Logo Infusion. Don't forget 10% off using the coupon code GIBA16 at logoinfusion.com. Isle Hotel and Casino and Member Mortgage Services. Matt, it's going to be a good day, and as it always is here, 3 squads, 192 bowlers.
Yeah, live bowling all day long. You can't beat that. Tune in and enjoy the coverage. We'll be here all day.
It's a 1 and 3 payout, so 64 will cash.
I love the 1 and 3 payout ratio, by the way. I just absolutely love it. Don't see that too often in tournaments. Did you see they had free bananas down in the hotel lobby today?
No,
They did.
I didn't go down there this morning.
Yeah, they sure did. Awful nice gesture there of the aisle.
I know they have sloppy joes in the evenings.
Ooh. Sloppy joes. Down here bowling on our low end this game, we have Tommy Barnwell, Ryan Driscoll, Eddie Flanagan, no relation, and Stephen Taylor. It's on the left side of your split screen there.
On the squad, we have Dillard Clark, Chad Davis, Brian Davis, Rick Kidd, Ken Duffield, Joe Engelkist, Tom Hess, Jeff Riggles, Andy Aries, Shannon Buchan, Troy Fuller, Jason Peterson, Tom Adcock, Andy Stone, Dave Doan, Mark Lineberry, Mark Bennett Jr., Kenny Calkins III, David Kiltz, Dwayne Kiltz, past champion, Matt McNeil, Eric Vermelia, Eric Galbrinson, Nick Parr, Mike Bugrin, Mark Stenger, Quentin Bolin, Kevin Link, Tim Barrett, Shea Bittenbender, Brett Cunningham, Brad Miller, all bowled college together at some point in time, minus Tim. He bowled for Nebraska. Jason Suzuki, Sean Curtis, Daniel Healy, Roger Taylor Jr., Darren Galbraith, Jason Rook, Jeff McFarland, Zante Van, John Brocklin, Dave Gerst, Brad Christie, Dave Dittlinger, Dave Barris, Jeff Ussery, Phil Breitbach, Chris Pearson, Tommy Barnwell, Ryan Driscoll, Eddie Flanagan, Stephen Taylor, front and center for you. Mike Hagman, Nick Tarvin, Blake Schmidt, Ben Truig. And rounding out the field, Thomas Kachina, Greg Olson, Russ Smith, and Shane Arment. Those are your bowlers. That's 64 of them on this squad. Good morning, Con. Good morning, Queen, Carrion, and Greg M. No relation, Greg. And yes, we're aware of the 240 signal coming out of Maple Lanes today. We are at the mercy of today's internet feed coming into this building. But we're recording in HD, and we'll be getting out the archive versions in crystal clear HD for you. So thank you very much for watching today. We're here quite often, it seems.
Yeah, every time you turn around, we're here. But it's a very friendly area, Waterloo, Iowa. And the staff here at Maple Lanes is just top-notch. They really take care of us. And it makes me proud to come back every couple of months. Oh, there you are.
I just set up Jennifer for the document so we can get the scores.
I got you.
I'm going to jinx Thess. Hey, Thess. King Thess. Nice jersey.
Thank you. Inspired by the group.
How do you have 4 in a row? You never have that good a ball reaction this early in the block.
Well, I guess I'm throwing it really good today. I'm putting up a fight.
Yes, you are. 230 the first game, too.
With a hole, of course.
Yeah, with a hole.
Clean game's over.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to watch you right now.
I like how he capitalized the TH in Thess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not messing around.
It's a nice jersey provided by one of our sponsors. Logo Infusion. Speaking of them, they've got a coupon code this all the way through the end of April. 10% off your purchase, GIBA16. Type that in and you can get 10% off. Oh, kicking them 10 pins
look at
out,
that.
boy. Woo.
Wow.
5 in a row now.
Wow. Clean living. We try it, yeah. He's chirping right now. He said we tried to put the jinx on him.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
he's getting some water.
Yeah, he's getting water. Remember old Adsies and Queensies from the holiday
yeah.
doubles?
I sure do.
Got one half of them here. Adsies has the first 4.
It's a fresh new face on the Ebonite staff.
I'll tell you what, scores are going to be a lot higher at this tournament. I just feel it.
Then compared to other tournaments?
Past tournaments here, yeah.
Yeah, other fusions. We got 5 in a row down on our other featured pair, too. 5 and 6. I see lots of strikes down here. A few opens. Spares are definitely a commodity. Here's old King Thess now back up on the right lane. Now that Mike isn't really hounding him, we'll see how he throws the ball here. Take a look at the scores down on 13 and 14. That's a great shot for Tom. Old Tommy. Joe Engelkiss looking at a 3-pin. Shoot on down to 5 and 6. Real quick here, where we have, well, we got Tommy Barnwell here with the front 5.
So, Matt, I went around and asked a bunch of people, I say a bunch, about 8, on whether or not they thought the conditions were right on par with what they normally do here or if it's a little bit softer or what. And everybody said, no, they seem the same. So,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, James. Good morning to you as well. Checking up here on the chat. Don't forget to interact with us. We've also got a poll going on over on our Twitter feed right now, Inside Bowling Twitter, whether or not you like classic wood approaches or textured synthetic. And right now with 29 votes, 23 hours left on the poll, classic wood approaches lead 69%.
How about that?
Over 31%. Classic wood approaches. Zach Indris sends us a tweet about 15 minutes ago and says, at Inside Bowling, next question, who's never bowled on classic wood, old school versus new school? That's a good point. And if you're on Instagram, go follow us on Instagram. I've got a little side wager that we can get to 5,000 followers on the old Instagram. We're sitting at 4731 right now. I would certainly appreciate anybody going out and liking the Inside Bowling Instagram account. You can also like myself, Mike_Flanagan.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Clifton Clowers. Tom Hess got another one. 7 in a row.
Yeah, I'm thinking the wireless camera may be in play this particular game too, because looking around at some of the different pairs, there's some strings throughout the building. And you know what? This just dawned on me. Lanes 1 and 2 aren't in play.
Oh. Yeah, I just noticed that myself.
60 bowlers on this squad. 60 bowlers.
Hey, Mike, they've got standings after game 1.
Oh, they do.
Updated on your event information tab over at InsideBowling.tv.
Yeah, let's take a look. Eric Gulbranson, we saw it, 270. It's on our featured pair. Tim Barrett, 268. Daniel Healy, 244. David Kiltz, 243. John Brockland opened up with 237. He is fifth. Shannon Buchan at 236. Andy Aries, Tom Hess, Troy Fuller, Quentin Bolin round out your top 10.
McNeil right on the bubble there in 11th.
Yeah, so out of the 60 bowlers on the squad, 32 of them were plus on a 1.9 to 1 oil pattern ratio.
Where did you get the pattern at? Where's that at?
You subscribe to Jeff Riggle's blog, and you go check out the article.
Gotcha. Make sure
I know you're a subscriber, so you can go check that out.
Yes, sir. Let's go back to Fess over here. Full screen is it's going for 8 in a row.
Notice how he wipes all of the oil off of his bowling ball before delivering the next shot. It's part of his pre-shot routine. Really important when there's a lot of volume on the lanes. 30 milliliters of oil on this pattern.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Really important to make sure that ball surface is completely clean.
And consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Thess looking for the front 8. He's got it.
Got it, baby. Woo!
He just looks good. He looks comfortable.
Exactly. I was just going to say that he looks very relaxed and comfortable, especially compared to last times I've watched him bowl.
Old Hollywood Thess. Hey, real quick, take us down to the other pairs really quick. Notice the scores here are pretty good, too. We got possible 244, 224, 247, 234 down here on this pair, possible.
Yeah, Tommy Barnwell started out with the front 5 and then just leaked one inside. It came in high and then ended his string.
Yeah.
It looked like he was going to have a good set or good game as well. So we go back to 13 and 14. Tough break for Joe Engelkist, tournament director, as he slides past the 2-pin or the 8-pin. I can't tell from this angle. Here's a look at Hess with the crown on the back of his jersey. Capital THESS. Going for 9 in a row. That one looks inside. Oh, wow, that got that. Didn't matter. Tough break there.
Everything looking okay on this wireless camera? Just
Yes,
curious?
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right next door to Tom Hess, we've got Shannon Buchan. Shannon has the front 8.
Take a look at it right now. Up on, looks like lane 16. Oh, baby. Look at that emotion. Boy, that's exciting. Woo.
So we got 2 possible perfect games down here, side by side, 13 and 14, 15 and 16. Tom Hess on 13 and 14 has the front 9. Shannon Buchan, front 9 on 15 and 16. Interesting stat about Buchan, when the tour went to the exempt field, the 64 exempt players, he actually qualified through tour trials to be exempt for a year on tour.
Really?
So plenty of experience. You know, it's funny, Wriggles just switched to the same ball Hess is using.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is, do you know, what is
Yeah,
Hess
it's a
throwing?
fight. It's a fight. Yeah. It's interesting that that sometimes that happens. You watch a guy string a bunch of them and it switches to the ball that the other guy's using.
Yeah.
Got a little bonus coverage here for you. Tom Adcock, who will probably not be in camera range throughout the day.
Old Adskis. Same break point as everybody else and success. Take a look at his games. Got 279 max score there. Job for Tommy.
Yeah, so pair to pair to pair here. On 13 and 14, we got a possible 300 from King Thess here. Tom Hess, that's what we call him. Shannon Buchan has the front 9, and over on 17 and 18, Tom Adcock has a possible 279 on a 1.9 to 1 oil pattern with 30 milliliters of oil.
Question is, who's going to go first? Got a custom view here of old Tom Hess. This is the first ball of the 10th. He's got 9 strikes in a row. Great shot for Tom. Oh, look at his face. Woo, he says, wow. Good look at the back of his jersey there. Provided by one of our sponsors, Logo Infusion. Got the crown, capital THESS, King Thess. Ten strikes in a row here for Tom Hess at the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open here in Waterloo, Iowa. Mix is up for 11, slaps it out, baby. He liked it.
Right next door, looks like Buchan's going to be going next.
Okay. Still got a good look there at him. This is first ball in the 10th, Mike. That's what it looks like here. Uh-oh. Oh. It looks like that one was definitely far right than the last one.
So front 10 for Buchan. And now all eyes move over to Tom Hess. Tom Hess, front 11, looking for a perfect game, 300. Lanes 13 to 14, Maple Lanes, Waterloo, Iowa.
Got it.
That's 300 for Tom Hess. We call him King Thess here.
Give him a little camera high five.
Nice job, Tommy. Now eyes are back over to Shannon Buchan. Right next door. Can we see back-to-back 300 games?
It's got to go. Oh, man.
Sorry, Buchan can still bowl 289. That's a great game for Shannon.
Shoot on down to 5 and 6, where they're finishing up game number 2 here.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
I got Thess up here.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, I know, but you got us up?
Great game, bud.
I do now.
All right, I'm here with Tom Hess. Tom, 300 must feel good.
Yeah, I've been throwing it really good lately. The changes I've made, over the last couple of months are really working out for me. Been bowling pretty good. Right now I'm using the Storm Fight. One of my favorite drillings, pinned down under the ring, big hole on the VAL, or 2 inches down from the VAL, and seems to be rolling really good right now, putting up a fight.
All right, man. Good job, brother.
Mike, thanks for coming up.
You got it, man. So there you go. There's
right.
Tom Hess. We call him Thess.
All right, well, with that note, let's take a quick look here in between games at the old Game Breaker MVP by Ebonite. We'll be right back with game number 3.
Mike and Matt back here with you. 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. Game number 3 of 7 about to get started here. I don't know if we have any players in place ready to go here or not.
Not yet. They're making their way down from the high end. A lot of bowlers are making the big turn. Do see fan favorite, St. Louis favorite John Brocklin coming down here. He's going to be on 7 and 8, it looks like.
Yeah, and hey, Matt, our camera won't reach to 28, but there's a front 9 down there. So I'm going to go capture it on my phone, and we'll post it to social media if anything happens.
Good.
So I'm going to let you ride solo here for a minute.
Sounds good to me. While Mike's doing that, and we got a break in the action, let's talk about our great sponsors here. The Fusion Realtors, Community First National Bank, Ebonite, the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau, Kingpin Bar and Grill, here in the bowling center, a great snack bar and bar. Got great TVs, great atmosphere to come in and watch the big game. Maple Lane's also a sponsor here, the host center. Budweiser, the king of beers. Don't forget Logo Infusion. Logo Infusion, if you head on over to their website, they have they got a coupon code going until the end of April, GIBA16. All capital letters, GIBA16. Get you 10% off any purchase from their website. Good till the end of April. 2 more. The Isle Hotel and Casino, a beautiful casino and hotel. That's where we're staying this weekend. We always stay there. It's a great little place. It's got good food, live music on the weekends. And last but not least, Members Mortgage Services. So with that, Game 3 now underway here on 13 and 14 at the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open in Waterloo, Iowa. Let's try and figure out who we got bowling down here on our high-end pair, 13 and 14. I think we have that written down. Looks like nope, I don't have that info. I'll try and get that for you here as soon as possible. Still no bowlers down on the low end, 5 and 6, but we'll keep it here as bowling continues. See down there if Mike was able to capture the 300 or not. Looks like we got Mike Hagman here. Mike Hagman on this pair, so let's see who's going. Let's see what's going on. Mike Hagman. So this pair, Mike Hagman, Nick Tarvin, Blake Schmidt, and Ben Trigg. And if my calculations are correct, then we're going to see Darren Galbraith, Jason Rook, Jeff McFarland, and Zant Van on our low-end pair.
Okay, so I got the scoop down there. We did not see a 300 game. It was front 9, left a 7-pin, spared it, and then got 9 for 278. The young man that bowled it was Dan Healy. Dan Healy just graduated from Mount Mercy. He's done with his collegiate bowling. Bowled 244 game number 1.
Oh, really?
And then just bowled 278. So off to a great start. He's got a great game. He's very fundamentally sound. The way he comes through the ball and his approach and delivery. And I would expect we're going to see him tomorrow with the start that he's had and just the line that he has to the pocket. So looking forward to covering him hopefully tomorrow as long as he can finish out a decent block here. Scores aplenty, as we did see Tom Hess just a few minutes ago right here on this channel rolled 300. I didn't get to see what Tom Adcock finished with, but he had 279 left going into the last frame, and Shannon Buchan 289, and we had a 278. So
lots of high scores.
Yeah. You know, we've had some really big games out there. Really big games. I want to thank everybody for watching us today. 128 watching now this morning. Don't forget, we got 3 squads today: A squad, B squad, and C squad. We'll be here till about 10:30 Central Time with you tonight.
Oh, he throws it good.
We were just looking at the video.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's going to be up on Twitter here shortly.
No, I'm not going to put him leaving a 7-pin up on there.
Oh, okay. Well, then you guys at home won't be able to see it.
I was just kind of showing you.
Got it. Okay, action finally underway on our 5 and 6 pair, so we'll split her on up, give you as much coverage as we can this morning. It's game number 3 of 7.
We started just after 9 this morning, so we should conclude about 11:30 for this squad. We'll come back for B squad at 1:45, and then back for C squad at 6:30.
And there's a unique way to pick the 610. Almost missed it left. 6-pin jumped out of the gutter and took the 10 out.
Where'd you see this at?
On lane 5 there. On our featured pair.
I was distracted.
It's all right.
Hi, Jeff. How are you? Good. It's good to see you, man.
Thanks for sponsoring and helping out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mike loves to have conversations with people while he's on the air,
Things are getting pretty good over there.
so that nobody understands
Yeah.
what he's saying.
Well, not really, but I heard you guys were there, and it was positive. Yeah. Having a little conversation with Jeff Ussery here from bowlersmart.com. I do like to have conversations on the air. I think people enjoy it, too, because they're like, oh, Flanagan's talking a little business right now on the air. What can we kind of overhear? Well, you know, I like to kind of.
What's the hot new scoop? What's the new rumor?
What's
going on?
What's he got cooking right here?
Let's see. Yeah.
Cooking with hip-hop.
Cooking with hip hop.
I kid you not, there is an actual YouTube channel, Cooking with Hip Hop.
There's that chicken game again.
Yeah, we got the we do.
chicken
We
game.
have the chicken game.
Yeah. Once
Hey.
it gets a little quiet, what, are you gonna go play it?
No, I'm not going to play it, but
You gonna feature it here? Give it a little love. And there's a good look at the old chicken game. The buck, 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 buck. You'll hear that all weekend long, I'm sure, as everybody is just lining up to play that thing. Let me tell you.
I'm just going to take Jeff Ussery's score sheet from him right now as he's not looking. Been noticing this guy online's been a little frustrated with his bowling game as of late. But not a bad start here. 208, 214 out of the gate.
No,
I'm sure he'll take that.
Can't complain there.
And he's got, it's like double 9 spare, so.
I want to welcome Chris Ennis into the chat. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for tuning in.
Check back in here in the chat. Aisha Hussein is here. Hello, Aisha. I think Aisha and I used to go to school together.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Scores are mediocre this game, it looks like, through 5 frames.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a Dave Barris sighting.
Uh-oh.
Dave Barris is in the building. He is in the house. I don't think we've been here and Dave Barris hasn't been here. I don't think there's Masters. Maybe like you bowled the Masters or something. Yeah. Dave Barris is right in front of the desk. One of my personal favorites, Dave Barris.
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, he did. Another guy with a simple game. Ussery is critiquing my delivery of his story, and what Jeff needs to know is I make half of it up here in the booth. And I learned that after working with Nelson Burton Jr. 2 years ago at Bowl Expo. Half of the things you heard on the telecast, he made up. In particular, Norm Dukes, if you got the money, I've got the time. Quote. I actually called Bo out on that with Duke and Weber in the booth.
Really?
Yeah.
But that was fun, huh?
It was fun. It was really cool. Hey, Can Lam, welcome from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Watching today.
Awesome.
Can Lam. I like that. I like that name. Very simple. Thank you for watching today, Can. What's your average? Tell us about your bowling game. Make sure I'm saying your name correctly as well. Can Lam, or is it Con Lam?
Mike just gave me the weirdest look. Yep, I just did that.
Mike Hagman up on the right side of your screen. Starting pretty far left. He's got 93 in the sixth. Blake Schmidt, 79 in the sixth, up on 14. No, I was Ben Truig. I apologize. Blake Schmidt is now up. Looking at the lane assignments here, and Nick Tarvin also on that pair. Just a moment, I'll have to go out and scour the field, Matt. Since scores are higher here, I got to stay on my toes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we don't want to miss
games.
anything. Take a look at the scores here on each pair. We'll start here with 13 and 14. Looks like Mike Hagman's got the 98 in the sixth, spare up in the seventh there. Nasty split for Mike. And these guys are considerably farther ahead than 5 and 6. We'll shoot down there real quick. They're in the fourth frame. They had a late start this game. Bowlers are making the turn from the high end. Had to come all the way down.
Hey, man, I'll give you an update down here on 19 and 20 where Tom Hess, Jeff Riggles, Joe Engelkiss, and Ken Duffield, we've been following this group through the first couple of games. Tom Hess had just bowled 300 this game. First 4, 9 spare strike, possible 268. He's up in the 8th frame, so he continues to roll. Riggles still has possible 235 left going into the 10th frame. Engelkiss struggling a bit, going at about a 170 pace, and Duffield still with 230 left himself. Shannon Buchan started with the first 4, open spared, and now has a strike up, so he can still bowl in the 250s. And looking like Tom Adcock is struggling this game. Hess just walked by and said he ring 10 and solid 9 in his game for his 2 misses. Also just looking around, I don't see any strings down here on the high end.
Really?
I'm not really seeing too many strings.
Well, we do have a 6 in a row down here on 7 and 8. That's the only string I see. We got 5 strikes away. Oh no, we got a max of 278 here on 9 and 10 as well. But that's really about it on the on the string front.
Is my mic working down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched to the other one. It's working a little better. I'm behind 27 and 28 right now. And Eric Vermelia can still bowl 234. He'll be up in the 9th frame. Matt McNeil, 247. He'll be up in the 8th. Gulbranson can still bowl 242. He's up in the 8th. And Nick Parr can still bowl 248. He's up in the 9th.
Okay.
Tim Barrett can still bowl 257. He's on the in pair, 31 and 32. Brad Miller can bowl 235 up in the 10th frame. Shea Bittenbender, 214, is up in the 9th. And actually, I take that back. Brett Cunningham can bowl 214. Shea Bittenbender can bowl 242 this game.
Okay. Going to go back down here to 13 and 14 as they're closing up the 9th frame. Game number 3 of the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open.
I just found out something, Matt.
Did you? What'd you find out?
I guess it's been around. I guess this news has been out for a while. I didn't see it. Tim Barrett is going to be a father.
Yes, he is. You didn't see that yet? I don't think Tim posted. His wife was the poster about that. So congratulations to Tim.
And Laura.
Yeah, and his wife Laura. They announced that this week, I believe. So we got 7 in a row down here, Mike, on 7 and 8. Not quite sure who that is. Maybe you can figure that out once the time comes. But
hey, Troy Fuller can still bowl 279 down here on lanes 21 and
nice.
22. He's up in the 10th frame right now, just to let you know.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say something, and I think it's pretty true. You've either got feast or famine on this pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that statement.
We got a game update after game number 2. I would imagine we do by now. On your event information tabs down below on InsideBowling.com.
We sure do. Tom Hess in the lead at plus 133. Shannon Buchan in second. Dan Healy, Tom Adskis. John Brocklin in 5th place. He's out front here on 7 and 8 as well. He's doing okay this game. David Dentlinger. I'm going to let you pronounce the next one.
Eric Gulbranson and Eric Vermelia, Dave Barris, Andy Stone.
Gotcha. 11th place, Tim Barron, right on the outside.
Currently, right now, through 2 games, 32 bowlers are still plus out of 60.
Got the gentleman here on 7. 7 in a row going for 8. Bowling with John. Oh, it's Dave Dentlinger. He's 6th place after 2. And as soon as we talk about him,
Yep, Dave Dentlinger. So he's still got a possible 278 left. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the bowlers that are bowling really well. bowling really well. And I think the cut score will still probably be about the same as it usually is.
You think
But I
there'll
think
be
there's
more
gonna,
spread in
I think-
between
I
the
think
top?
there's
and
going to
the-
be a lot more people out front of this thing.
Yeah.
Thirteen and 14, 152, 147, possible 207, and 187. So low scoring pair right there. A little tricky for those guys. Hey, Matt, you know how I said we had a Dave Barris sighting?
Yeah. Yeah.
We really got a Dave Barris sighting. Why don't you go to the wireless cam? This is inside the head of Dave Barris right now. He's having a Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew. And notice he's already completed his game. Dave Barris, 278.
Looks like he's there's a good look at him writing scores down.
Yeah, see, he's just right there. What he's doing is he's taking care of the pair.
Yeah.
He's taking care of everybody's scores. I'm going to ask him a question right here. Just leave it right on here. This is going to be great. Hey, Dave Barris, nice game, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. How you doing today?
I'm good. Dave, tell us a little bit about why you come and bowl this tournament. If you have anybody you have to thank, you got any sponsors, any of that kind of stuff?
Well, it's always a great tournament. I mean, they have so many sponsors here. The payout's good. 200 quality players. Good 2-day tournament. I enjoy coming to Waterloo, and the hotel sponsors are nice too. So it's really good, and appreciate Brunswick sponsorship and Vice for me personally.
Thanks, Dave. Keep it up, man. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Mike.
There you have it.
See, right there, just right by the booth. It's Dave Barris right here.
That could have worked any better. So back down here to 5 and 6, where we have Jeff McFarland, Jason Rook, Darren Galbraith, and Zant Van. Just past the halfway mark in game number 3 for them.
Yeah, and most of the rest of the building is going to be done with game number 3 now.
Yeah.
Great opportunity to take a minute to run down the sponsors again. I know we did it just a little while ago, but really couldn't make this happen without the great sponsors that we have. Fusion Realtors, Community First National Bank. I want to thank Brandon Steen and Zach Bajorner for the two folks making that happen. Ebonite International, make sure you check out when you go to buy your next bowling ball. Make sure you consider an Ebonite product. The Warrior Elite, the Adrenaline series is a very underrated series of bowling balls. They roll really, really good, and if you're just an average bowler, those balls work great on your typical house shot. Also, obviously, the Game Breaker series has been absolutely fantastic. The Game Breaker MVP, the latest in the line. More to come from Ebonite. Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau, absolutely fantastic group of folks over there.
Yep, travelwaterloo.com.
Absolutely, and the Kingpin Bar Grill, Budweiser logo Infusion. 10% off until April if you use GIBA16 as a coupon code. Isle Hotel and Casino and Member Mortgage Services. Mike Flanagan here with you, along with Matt Turek on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in the great month of February. This is a leap year, everyone.
It is.
It's a leap year.
It is.
Today being the 27th, meaning Monday is not March 1st. It is February the 29th. I'm actually going to be flying come Monday on leap year. You know, you said something earlier, Matt, and I want to give a little lesson to all the folks at home.
Alrighty. What is it that I said here?
Well, first of all, we'll get right back to that. I just wanted to check out. John Pesh says, anybody having an issue having an HD feed? Yes, you're all going to have an issue with that because of our internet connection. We're only available at 240p today. And as always, thanks for the broadcast. You're welcome, John. And Barry's on the Riggs Diet 2 diet. Yes, he is. So we're caught up in the chat. I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget, we also appreciate anybody following our social media. At InsideBowling is on Twitter. Make sure you give us a follow. We would appreciate it. We have a great poll question out there right now. Do you prefer synthetic approaches, the textured synthetics, or the traditional wood approaches when you bowl? Make sure you go vote over on our Twitter feed. Great opportunity to go vote. And you can also go ahead and give us that follow while you're voting. And make sure you give us a follow over on the old Instagram. We're trying to get to 5,000 followers by the end of the weekend. We only got about 200 to go. So if you would do that for us, we would appreciate it. And don't forget, while you're watching on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. We would certainly appreciate it. But the life lesson, and everybody, I would like for you to just take a moment to sit back and relax and grab something very tasty from the fridge.
Pony on up.
Get yourself.
Saddle in.
Your favorite beverage, because I'm about to talk.
I don't even know what to say. I'm going to walk away. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so.
No, what I wanted to talk about here is you mentioned, did I see something on social media?
Oh, you want to bring this up?
And this is what I want to talk about for just a moment, as we have a couple frames left in game number 2, 5 and 6. When you're active and you're busy and you're constantly creating and you're constantly trying to achieve more and do more and put more on your plate, the more things that you can do and get accomplished, the less time you have to pay attention to what everyone else is doing. Okay?
Right.
And right now, there are a lot of bored people in bowling, because I see a lot of commenting going on throughout the land of bowling.
Yes.
And I'm talking about a lot of the things that people talk about to just blow hot air on social media for no reason. A non-educated opinion about a subject matter. And it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not alluding to anything in particular. But this is my challenge to everyone that's watching and listening today. Be the person that everyone else is talking about. Don't be the person that's talking about everyone else. The more you do and the more you accomplish on a daily basis, and the more you do for whatever it is you're passionate about. I just happen to be passionate about bowling. So I try to do as much as we can about bowling. But while we're running this broadcast today, my point is we don't have time to go offer an opinion on whether or not we feel XYZ organization is doing a good job with their business model, or if XYZ bowler earned the right to win this tournament, or if it was gifted to them because of some sort of exponential factor. We don't have time for that.
Like genetics?
Like the oil pattern.
Yeah. No, I know, but I meant like maybe being left-handed versus right-handed.
That too. Who cares?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Don't talk about that. You know, the only things that I try to do anymore when I do have time to read through my feeds and comment and do things is if I see someone win a tournament or something, it's, hey, nice job.
Yeah,
way
congratulations.
to go.
Good bowling.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, I couldn't get there because I was blocked out.
How many lefties were in the top five?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've
seen that a lot this last month.
Just whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's
what
a post
it is.
I've seen a lot, though. How many lefties in the top five?
So that's my little advice to everyone. Be the one people are talking about. Don't be caught up in the person talking about someone else. Because the more you do and the more you accomplish, the more they're going to talk about you. And that's a good thing, good or bad. And to those of you that may be watching right now where you've had someone talk about you and argue a point both in good and bad, take it as a compliment. Because you know what it means? It means you're out doing something right now that gives people something to talk about. While you're out doing the thing that you're doing, they're sitting at home analyzing how you did it.
Thanks, Mike, for the life lesson. It's a good point there, John, in the chat.
John says, if you have an issue or opinion to raise, think before hitting send. Be diplomatic and offer a solution, and be open to others' ideas. Mike Flanagan approves this message. And the only reason why I bring that up, I had no intention of talking about that this weekend coming into the event, but when, somebody, you had said to me, oh, you didn't see that, on Facebook? And really I've got to the point now where, I'm on social media so much, but I'm on there for productive reasons, and it's really been a life lesson in the last year that all I'm doing on social media is trying to spread the good news. Like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they heard the good news and they passed it on years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do with the.
But that's a good news story, though. The story that I was referring to. That.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
A totally great story. But it's difficult to keep up with everything that's happening.
No, I can't even imagine.
On social media, it's very.
I bet it is. I really do. I do not envy you. Well, maybe I do a little.
Well, I know you do, Matt. I appreciate it.
I look up to you. I'm a Mike Lemming.
I envy you.
Oh, thanks. So game 3's done here on 5 and 6. Let's shoot back over to 13 and 14, where game 4 has just gotten underway. John Brocklin's pair of, where'd he go?
Looks like we got John Brocklin, Dave Gerst, Brad Christie, and Dave Dentlinger.
Gotcha.
41 through 44 on your sheet, Matt.
Gotcha.
I want to give a shout out to the great Jennifer Wittenberg, who is Joe Engelkist's daughter. She's
running around here doing all kinds of stuff.
Updating all the scores for us online. We appreciate her.
That's something that's also awesome about this tournament is Joe and his entire family is up here running it. Yeah. And they come in the morning and they leave at night. They're here all day long, if not longer than me and you are here, Mike. And they do just a fantastic job at getting scores together. And
where did you get this chair?
The paddock.
Okay, give me a second.
Looks like Mike's going to go get us a chair for a guest. I think I have an idea of what he's up to. Hey, pretty good.
Good.
Mike and Matt here with you. Game number 4, as we said, here at the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. Game 4 of 7. We've got pretty good group here on 13 and 14. Dave Barris just bowled 278. He's got the first 3. He's looking for 4 in a row. And things are cruising along. And the last time we were here, had a really cool final. A guy I've known for a really long time came through and got the victory. And just saw him walking around here in the building, and he joins us now. Steve Keeler joins us here in the booth. Welcome, Steve. Welcome back to Iowa.
Hey, how you doing, Mike? Thank you.
Yeah, man, what a cool moment at the 2015, the latter part of the year. Just a few months ago, you got her done over here. I believe it was on 9 and 10 right here, or was it 11 and 12? I can't remember.
I
think it was 9 and 10.
It might have been. I think it was right in front of us.
Yeah, and you got the W, man. That was a really cool moment.
Yes, that was really awesome. That was a lot of fun. It's been a really interesting year since then.
Did you build off of your success here? Have some good things come your way?
You know, I went home, bowled well. I actually kind of struggled a little bit after this one.
Really?
It's been kind of funny. Yeah, I got this one done, and then kind of went into a little slump where I wasn't doing great in a lot of tournaments all of a sudden. So it's been a kind of a recovery time now. I'm kind of looking forward to get back and bowl out here and see all these guys again, see this place again, and kind of get this thing rekindled. It's been odd, actually.
Yeah, well, what are you bowling? What other events are you bowling? Are you bowling on tough conditions, like flat stuff like this, or is it that you've been struggling on house shots? Or tell me a little bit about that.
A little bit of everything. I mean, I went down, I went home, bowled out the holiday doubles. Didn't do great there. League shots. One of our centers has been kind of changing things around with the league pattern, so that was kind of odd. And then tournaments and stuff that I have bowled, it's been kind of a struggle. I don't understand it. It's after this, you'd think that everything would be great and confidence would be high, and I'd be able to go out there and just have a great time and loosen up the arm swing, but nothing seemed to really go great. So, bowled Greater Tulsa, probably had my struggles down there. Bowled a New Year's Day tournament and didn't do great. It's been odd, and I don't understand why. I practiced a whole lot getting ready for this one, so I'm thinking it's going to pay off, and I'm really looking forward to getting back out here. This shot looks really interesting. It's like a lot of people going up, but I see a lot of people playing in. It'll be interesting to see when I get out there and see which balls work and that area. I watched Tom Hess for a few shots, and oh my, that was impressive.
Yeah, he bowled 300 this morning. We captured it right here. I'm hoping to be able to grab that video clip and get that uploaded pretty quickly so people can see it. But, yeah, you said it. This oil pattern has been interesting. It's shorter than what we've seen here. It's 37 feet in length, which whenever you see down lane motion, usually scores go up. And we are seeing some people being able to really hit the pattern.
Yeah. What I saw, though, is even with it being 37 feet, there is a lot of oil up front. And I think any projections, off target or not down the lane is going to result in something getting farther away from the spot than you originally thought. Even though it's only 37 feet, I think all the volume up front can push it to a spot to make it hang and not make the recovery. But in the same case, if you tug it left or cut it short because it's 37 feet, it's going through the face. So
yep.
I see smoother stuff. I see bowling balls that are really working well, and
I see smoother. I even see some polish, like a guy that's getting ready to step up here on the right side of our screen, Dave Barris. He's got the first 5 here, just came off a 278, and it looks like he's using that aqua colored like a melee or something from the Brunswick line.
Melee cross.
Yeah, so not a very high end bowling ball, very even rolling.
Yeah, but Dave's really good about going straighter through the front, so, I mean, I can understand why he'd be doing well.
Yeah, and then Hess is actually giving it a couple of boards a swing.
Yes.
And so, yeah, multiple angles definitely looking good. And, McNeil's bowling pretty good, too. So the lefties certainly have a shot. Here's Barris right now. And another strike. So there's 6 in a row for Dave Barris. Steve Keeler joins us here in the booth. If you're just joining us here, he won the last one of these. And Steve and I have known each other a long time. We're both from the St. Louis area. He's now moved to Kansas City. I currently live in Utah. So we're transplants. But really special moment for me when we sit in these booths and we call the action. A lot of people we've met over the years, and we meet a lot of great people. But when I have the opportunity to call the finals when it's someone that I've known for so long, and you and Mike and your entire family, and obviously Linda, and now you got the kids, and Jim Fry, and knowing everyone over the years, it's a little extra special for me to sit in the booth and be able to call someone I've known for so long the action to a championship. That was really special for me, man. That was one of my favorite moments ever on the air.
And you know what? One of the things that actually got me through that day really well was since that you were so loud up here in the booth, I was able to just concentrate and listen in on that, and I thought that was more cool than me having to throw the shots to win. So I'm like, well, this is kind of fun. This is, man, is this what it's like? I get to hear all kinds of.
That's awesome.
I get to hear all kinds of stuff.
Matt gives me a hard time. He says I'm really loud.
Yeah, I kept turning his mic volume or his headset volume down to think
Up,
or
to
up.
make it sound like I was louder.
yeah,
I know.
But no, it didn't help. He just kept yelling.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The reason why I do that is I'm training people for them to take the next step.
Well, and that brings up a good point because this last Sunday on the tour, Randy was being loud, and I can't remember who it is off the top of my head.
Malott pulled up.
Was it Wes? Yeah, he pulled up and said it on. He's mic'd up.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are loud at those events.
Yeah. I know. When I heard that, I chuckled and remembered
Yeah, I
back
did too,
to my back to my experience here.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I feel like why whisper? Just do it and let people know what it's like. To bowl on a professional stage. And a perfect example of that is the IB Open in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen people win that tournament in that setting that we do for the finals, go on to win national PBA titles.
Yeah.
Kyle Troop last year, a perfect example. Jake Peters, another guy.
Yep.
Rob Gottschall, a good friend of mine, said that that was the coolest experience he's had on a live broadcast was when he made the finals there, because he felt like he was on a TV show. And being an amateur bowler that isn't out on the tour every week, having a chance to bowl on a real show, that's the closest he's been able to come. Obviously, he's talented enough. If he ever wanted to give the tour a shot, I think he'd have a really good shot at making a telecast. But that's what we try to do. We try to create moments, and that was a moment here just a few months ago, and it would be unbelievable to see you make a nice run into this one again this time.
I know.
That would be really cool.
I sure plan on it. I have the exact same mindset coming into here that I do all the time, and that I really just want to make it to Sunday, because you can't do anything unless you make it there. And we'll just see what happens here in a few hours when I get started here at B Block. That's kind of why I'm up here now. I wanted to see what it looked like, see how people started, see where the transition's at, and kind of get a little game plan going.
Remember, 37-foot pattern. It is going to push down, as you said. I think the way that you bowl, if I was to give you any advice at all, I would probably play up the lane a bit, the way that you do, because you're so good at projecting that ball down to a spot.
I know. I was looking at that. I really watched Hess a little bit because I wanted to see what he was doing, and I was really curious to see how he was doing that through, because I didn't think he was playing out, but I knew he wasn't playing like way deep, so I wanted to see that area. I don't necessarily have that particular bowling ball, but I think I can find some things that'll work too. I watched my buddy over here, Tim Barrett. He was going up the lane, up the outside, and doing pretty well.
Yeah, and he's right here on our featured pair right now. Matt's got him up for us, the Lindenwood University crew plus Nebraska. You've got Brad Miller, who anchored Lindenwood University, Brett Cunningham, who bowled collegiately with him, and Shea Bittenbender, who also bowled for Lindenwood University, and Tim Barrett. Expecting father now, we just announced earlier today, and he went to Nebraska. So also, I see John Brocklin. He's bowling pretty well also. We've got standings after game number 3, though, guys. Tom Hess is your leader. He bowled 801 to start, bowled an honor score. Shannon Buchan sits second at plus 176. Dave Barris third at plus 147. Dave Dintlinger at plus 137. Fifth is John Brocklin at plus 109. Vermelia is sixth at 104. Adcock seventh at 103. Barrett eighth at 102. Andy Stone is tied for ninth with Daniel Healy. If you want to see the rest of those standings, go to InsideBowling.com, click on the banner at the top. Go down below our feed, click on the event information tab, and you'll be able to see A-Squad standings after game number 3. The interesting thing that I've been looking at is I like to see how many players are plus out of this 60-player field, and currently right now 34 are plus. Remember, they're going to take 1 out of 3, will cash in the tournament and come back to bowl tomorrow morning for the cashers round. 5 games tomorrow morning, and that means 60 bowlers will come back to compete tomorrow with pins carrying over. And then we've got our wild stepladder format that Joe does here. It's the top 10 all make it to a bracket / stepladder. And we'll tell you more details on that as we go along. Mike Flanagan, Matt Turek here with you in the booth, joined by special guest, defending champion of this event, the last one we had here, Steve Keeler. Steve, how long of a drive is it to come in from Kansas City?
It's about 5 hours. It's not horrible.
It's about what it is for us from St. Louis.
And how's Linda? How's the kids? I see Linda's here.
Linda's doing great. The girls just turned 5.
Wow.
So
whoa.
Yeah, you can't believe it. 2 5-year-olds running around the house. It's nuts. And then we already did our kindergarten roundup, so we're ready for. We are signed up and ready for kindergarten come August.
Kindergarten roundup.
Yep.
Starting school.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Shoot back over to 13 and 14 for a little bit. They're going to finish up game 4 here.
We've had a pretty good group of folks here in the chat. If you have any questions for Steve Keeler or any of us up here in the booth, all the folks that are watching, we'd be more than happy to answer those for you. If you are just joining us, and if the stream doesn't look quite as clear as normal, it's because we are streaming at 240p on our live feed. We will upload all the archives at 720p as we were recording it here locally. We're at the mercy of the internet connection here today, and we wanted to make sure that it was not choppy and that you would be able to view and see everything with no interruption. So that's what we have, and we're capable of doing a lot more. And we talked with Rich Emy, who is the proprietor here, and he assured me that when we come back next time, we'll have a better internet connection. He tried to upgrade today, but evidently on the weekends, the business account people are not in the office. So. How many bowling balls do you bring to a tournament like this, Steve?
I bring 9. That's kind of what my standard is when I go out of town.
Is one of them plastic or?
Oh yes, of course.
So you're not a urethane spare shooter guy?
No, not at all. I did that. I tried that for a little bit, and because I don't like to flatten my hand when I shoot spares, I like to keep the same release I use in my strikes. That those balls, especially on shorter patterns, hooked on me. So I would miss probably 1 or 2 too many spares doing it that way. So I've stuck with the plastic forever.
Jeff Hussery's really got things figured out now. He's stringing strikes down there, and you saw a little fist pump. He's feeling better about his game now. We talked about him a little bit earlier.
He started off kind of mediocre.
Yeah, 2-0, 2-0. I think 2-0.
2-0, 2-teen, or was it?
Yeah, let's see.
I think he had 620 after the first 3 is what I saw.
Yep, 623. So he's getting her going now. So.
Yep.
That's somebody who pours his heart and soul into bowling every single day and whatever he does as well. Always good to see a guy like that succeed. Hey, what's going on, Zach? Zach Bajorner, Fusion Realtors is here. Good afternoon. Zach, I got a question for you. How come you're not bowling on the Wriggles pair on A Squad today?
I didn't want to get up.
Hey, I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't want to get up either. I'd bowl
the same
B or
reason I
C
use.
myself. Yeah.
I'm a B squad bowler now. Yes.
Good.
I like Jeff just fine, but I didn't want to get up.
Yeah, because we noticed Ken Duffield took your place on
That's
that,
okay
on that
with me.
pair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay with me.
Well, every year it's like a tradition for us. We normally start on 5 and 6. You guys are normally on 5 and 6, and you weren't there, so we were just wanting to make sure everything was okay.
Everything is good. There's no trouble in Jeff and I's relationship or anything. We're good. It's just I didn't want to get out of bed.
We could start a rumor here
No,
if you want.
There's no controversy.
Bajorner and Wriggles no longer friends.
At odds. No, that's not true. Not true at all.
Bajorner just put together a website called 12frame.com. and he'll be blogging every day.
That is exactly the case. Yes. Oh.
Well, hey, Zach, thanks for all you do. I know everybody thanks you all the time and everything, but we've been coming here now like 7 or 8 times, and we just appreciate the opportunity to be here. And without your sponsorship, I'm not even sure we'd be able to be here. So thanks.
Well, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, and definitely, and Brandon has stepped in too. And I mean,
yes, he has.
definitely. It's something that we're I personally, I'm proud of it. I mean, it's a hell of a good tournament, and Joe does a great job, and his whole family, and you guys, thanks for being here also. I mean, it's some of the. I have to believe in the Midwest, it's got to be one of the better tournaments, I would think.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you get a lot of nice field here, so yeah, we're proud of it to have it here in Waterloo. So.
Yeah, and if you Google search Fusion Realtors, all these webcasts just come up at the top of Google. So
do they really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you should Google it once in a while. It's fun.
Yeah, I probably should do more of that.
It's a nice website. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, thanks, Zach.
Yeah, thank you.
Zach Bajorner. He's kind of the guy that got with Joe and said, hey, let's do a big tournament in Iowa. Let's do something over and above. Let's put Iowa on the map. The GIBA has always been running good, which is the Greater Iowa Bowling Association, but he said, let's really do something big. And it was his vision with Joe Engelkist that is why this is possible. So, good dude. He likes to play craps over at the Isle Casino with Riggs and Hess and those guys. So, making the move to B Squad. So we'll get to see him coming up here in just a little bit. Dave Barras continues to roll. He bowled 259. Right in front of us, Jeff Ussery, pesky 4-pin here, but he can still bowl 248. Pretty good pair here.
Yeah, it has been a good pair so far this morning. 5 and 6, not so much.
If you look over to the left side of your screen, John Brockland on lane 12. He goes strike, 9 spare, 5 in a row, and it looks like he's using a lock this morning, and I've seen him miss it a couple times. He just absolutely flushes the rack, and it still came in light for him playing that angle of the lane. He's got it going on. He could be a factor in this tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, he really could.
And there's another guy that likes to go straighter up the lane
Yep.
and then let it just kind of cut
And
his
he's got
Absolutely.
a lot of success at it, too.
Yep.
Good friend of mine. That's the one thing about living where I do. I don't get to see John enough. I don't get to see Matt enough. A lot of the folks back in St. Louis, I don't get to see him enough. And obviously we're busy while we're here the entire weekend, but hopefully I get a chance to spend a little bit of time with John before the weekend ends. Let's see what else we got in here. Fahaj Makeem is in here. Matt Turek, you need to let the Inside Bowling Nation know your shirt for the bet you lost in the Australian Open.
He hasn't showed it to me yet, but I did lose a bet. I picked Andy Murray, and of course he goes with Joker every year. And
It's a safe bet these days.
Joker just destroys the Australian Open, and I have to pay his fantasy baseball entry and wear a shirt on our Friday Night Bowling League that he's going to design. Which
I am gonna go check on something really quick. There's a troll in the chat named Josh Morgan, and he says that only gay men bowl, and he says that everyone's overweight as well. And I'm looking at his YouTube channel right now. He has 1 subscriber, so he's extremely popular. And he likes food and assertiveness. And Blanche from the Golden Girls is the first thing that comes up. He's subscribed to Taste Made, Let's Eat Fiction, Dave Ballewell, who looks like a bowler, actually, Dishing on Movies, so he likes to dish on movies, Food Wishes, Film Trailer Zone. Hey, Josh, will you subscribe to our channel, too? Let's see, on his playlist here of assertiveness, How to Be More Confident is one of his liked videos here. How to be more confident. Well, I can tell you one way to be more confident is be secure within yourself, Josh. He likes Fried Green Tomatoes movie clip, the parking lot rage clip from 1991. He also likes How to Be Assertive. It looks like he's really trying to take charge of his life, Josh Morgan. And on the food side of his created playlist, he likes crispy pork cutlets with creamy jalapeno green onion gravy.
that sounds kind of good.
Barbecue sauce recipe by the Barbecue Pit Boys.
Ooh.
Boba fettuccine recipe inspired by Star Wars. and the Godfather spaghetti sauce. So,
Boba fettuccine.
hey, Josh, thanks for
kinda
being
clever.
part of our webcast, buddy. Anytime, stop by. We really appreciate you being here. Please come back and join us and watch continuing coverage. We're in Game 4 of 21 today, Josh. We'd love to have you here all day, buddy.
Hey, real quick, Linda leaned over and said that I guess I have 2 5-year-olds watching at home now, so I want to say
boy.
hi, Annalise, and hi, Hadley. Hope you girls are being good for Grandma and Grandpa. And Daddy will be bowling here in a few hours, so you can tune in and watch then. Be good.
Wow.
Yeah, and Mommy said if there's no crying this weekend and everything goes great, it's going to be a $2,000 shopping spree to Toys R Us when they get home.
Oh, no.
I heard that.
No. Oh, no. We made the mistake of giving them each a good amount of money from their birthdays and gave them free reign in Disney store, and that went crazy.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Hopefully you got 0% financing. Matt McNeil's hanging out by the booth. Matt, how are they on the left today?
They're tricky. I mean, if you throw it bad, you get bad results. If you throw it good, generally you're getting 9 or a strike. So I mean, that's always good. Just try to minimize the misses and hit the pocket. And, that's I think why a lot of people like this tournament. It's pretty honest bowling. If you throw it good, you're rewarded. If you throw it poorly, you're not rewarded. Spare shooting comes into play, and I think that's why Joe always fills these events. He does a great job.
Little shorter oil pattern today, 37 feet in length. How is that different for you?
Well, the topography here, since they flatten the lanes, is like you really can't go up the lane anymore. You really got to give it away and kind of hook it a little bit. So even at 37 feet, you'd figure you could go right up like 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, and you really can't. I'm in around like 12, 13, trying to get it to 7, 8, 9 in that area. But I mean, I've pretty much played there every time I come here. It's no matter what we're bowling on, it always seems to turn into that. And you just do the best you can with it. So the higher volume, I think, is better. I think that was a good move on Joe's part. I think that's going to deter a little more of the, we've seen kind of one style dominate here the last couple times, and just adding that more volume might open it up where we maybe see a few different styles of play in the top 5 this year.
Well, currently you sit 14th after 3 games. What was game number 4?
I had 234, so I got.
So you're at 99.
Yep, I'm 99.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky, yeah. I mean, I think this is going to go on record as probably one of the higher scoring fusions. It seems like every game I'm seeing somebody shoot 260, 270, 280.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a very low scoring pace when you're looking around. You see a bunch of guys shooting big scores.
Yeah, Dave Barris 259, John Brocklin 269. I would not say that you have to have high revolutions on a bowling ball to succeed here this weekend.
Yeah, and that's what I alluding back to kind of what I was going at earlier is I think that the more volume is helping out the guys that are a little straighter or don't rev it as much, don't put as much on the ball. So, I think that's a good thing to open it up to see a few more different styles of play having some success out here.
There you go. Well, that's Matt McNeil, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and joining us. We'll see you maybe during B Squad.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks. That's Matt here with us in the booth. Matt Turk, Mike Flanagan here with Steve Keeler, wrapping up game number 4. Steve is the defending champion of this event. He won the last one we had here, and we appreciate him stopping by as we finish up this game.
That's something I still don't get used to hearing, defending champion.
Well, you are. Your story, man. They got the red carpet here. I know you were over there signing autographs, talking to reporters.
Uh-huh. Only reporter would be you.
Yeah, well,
I guess that counts, right?
I'm getting popular. I really am. I'm happy to be here again. I skipped one of these. I sent the boys one time and had withdrawals the whole weekend. I had the shakes. I got sick.
The shakes.
The shakes.
Taking a look here, Brad Miller in the 10th frame on lane 6. He's trying to salvage a pretty decent game.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's about the only one really scoring on that pair.
Yeah.
You got a friend here, Manny Valenza. Says good luck.
Hey, thanks, Manny. Yep, I bowl with him he's in my Tuesday Night Aces League back home in Olathe. He's a good buddy of mine. He's helping me with my basement.
What are you doing in your basement?
Finishing it.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Anything really cool happening there in the basement?
No, just, bedroom, bathroom, closet, rec room area, surround sound, 70-inch TV, all the good stuff.
That's cool.
70. Woo.
Uh-huh.
Is it a 4K?
Yes, it will be.
Oh, boy.
I haven't purchased it yet. I need to get more done in the basement before I can buy that TV, but yes.
Has the money from the event last year here, has it been sitting in a trust fund for your television?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately not. We save other ways to do that, and I think we have some saved away for that to do it. I have a spending limit, so I have to stay underneath that. And
you have a budget.
That is per Linda. I cannot go over a certain amount for a TV, so as I wait longer to get the basement finished, I'm hoping that TV gets a little bit cheaper so it looks better and better all the time.
Bahaj here says, I met Steve Keeler this past weekend. He's our 5th man for state, and he's an avid Deadpool fan.
That movie was awesome.
Bring home the back-to-back titles, Steve.
Oh, thank you.
You'd be surprised how popular they are, man. You sit in the booth, and, man, in come all the people.
I know.
We went from 673,000 people watching to 1.2 million the minute you sat in the booth. And we appreciate it. So was that 243 for Miller?
Yep.
Yes.
161.2 for Mr. Barrett?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right after I said he was throwing it well. That's not good.
Yeah, and Cunningham 184 if he spare strikes, and 182 for Mr. Bittenbender. Cunningham told me he's never bowled this tournament before.
Really?
This is his first time.
He's still living in, where's he living now, New York?
New York, yep. Clay, New York. One change for us is when we were here the last time, they had about 6 lanes done with the new black Cubica masking unit, and now they're all done.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
The ball returns have been painted as well.
Yeah,
now.
they match the masking unit.
Yeah. You know what I think would look cool in here? Black gutters.
Ooh. I was surprised when I've been to some of the places that have the red gutters, and that is really, really sharp.
Cherry
looking.
Lanes.
Yes, up in
Has got that, yeah.
Yep.
Cunningham finishes with a strike. Well, hey, Steve Keeler, thanks for coming by, man. Thanks for spending a game with us. We'll track your progress throughout the rest of the day and see how you bowl in the next squad, and hopefully see you tomorrow and all that good stuff. And we got more stories to tell.
All right, I look forward to it.
All right, thanks, Steve. That's Steve Keeler. He won last year, and he joined us here in the booth for a little while this morning. We certainly appreciate him coming by. And, Matt, do we have...
yeah, we're going to, in between games here, we'll take a short break and let you guys watch a short video about the adrenaline overload. And we'll be right back here on Inside Bowling.
Here we are, Mike and Matt back with you about a little past the halfway mark here for A-Squad qualifying, game number 5 of 7 here at the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. We were just joined by Steve Keeler, last year's champion.
Defending.
And so far, a little bit higher scoring pace than what we anticipated.
Definitely. Tom Hess, probably the story of the morning so far, 801 for the first 3. 300 game. And like Steve was talking about when he was in here, you're either also what you said, it's feast or famine.
It really is.
Know, and you're either shooting 260, 270, or you're going to shoot 180, 170, and try and grind it out. So.
Yeah, we do thank you for watching our broadcast this morning, and don't forget to support the sponsors. Fusion Realtors and Community First National Bank, of course. Our other great list of sponsors here that we wanted to let you know about as well. Ebonite International, the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Yeah, visit waterloo.com.
The Kingpin Bar Grill here at Maple Lanes. Budweiser also kicking in some support and some money. Logo Infusion. They've got a coupon code.
Yep, GIBA 16, all capital letters, get you 10% off through the end of April.
Sure does.
End of April.
And Member Mortgage Services along with the Isle Hotel and Casino. So we'll take you back out to the lanes. Looks like we've got action for you. Game number 5, 3 games to go, 5, 6, and 7. Some of the players, I'm sure, are thinking of bracket implications. The last set of brackets getting ready to kick off here. We'll have a Game 4 update here shortly, I'm sure. Skip procedure being skip 3, skip 2, skip 1, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3. So looks like they just skipped 1. So we have on lanes 5 and 6. This just so works out. On 5 and 6, that we have the McNeil, Vermelia, Parr, and Gulbranson pair. And on 13 and 14, we have I believe that is the I can't tell. I don't have a name shirt at all down there. But we just saw them a couple games ago over here on 5 and 6.
Is it the same people?
Yeah, same bowlers.
Yeah. I thought I had it figured out, but I got sidetracked at the last couple games, and I don't think it's accurate on my end.
So
it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not Shannon Buchan or Troy Fuller.
16 bowlers, right? Maybe around the 37 mark. Darren Galbraith, Jason Rook, Jeff McFarland, and Zante Van. That's right. That's who we got. 37 through 40 on our sheet. All right, let's take the folks down to 5 and 6. And let's check in on Nick Pate. He's got a double. I expect high scores from the 4 that are bowling together here. Matt McNeil starts with a double. Vermelia struggling a little bit. Actually, Gulbranson has the double. 2 lefties and 2 righties right here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad, we're aware. We're aware of that. I know. It's no, we can't. We will, though. We will. We know that's a little bug. Thanks, Chad, though. Chad in the DM, I believe, is his Twitter handle. We're going to go check on, oh boy. All right. Let's see. We've got a poll out here on Twitter we want to update the folks with. Quite the poll here.
Yeah, what are we looking at there on our poll? The poll was whether or not you prefer classic wood approaches or synthetic approaches.
Textured synthetic, yeah.
Textured
right now,
synthetic.
43 votes, 60% classic wood, 40% textured synthetic.
There you go.
That's the vote.
Wood still leading. Wood led all the way up since there were 2 votes. When it was 50%, but wood has been leading the entire time.
Maple Lane's tweeting. Nice bowling, Tom Hess. Go ahead and we'll retweet that one. During the break, I'm going to grab that solid state drive and plug it in and see if I can't pull the Hess 300 out of there.
Okay. We'll bring in split screen coverage here for a little while.
How many do they take? Third. 60? 180, so a third would be 60.
All right, we have a standings update after game number 4 now. Tom Hess is your leader by 1 pin over Shannon Buchan at plus 216.
Wow.
Dave Barris is third at plus 206. Brocklin fourth at plus 178. Daniel Healy fifth at plus 126. Sixth is Dave Dentlinger at plus 123. Seventh, Troy Fuller at plus 121. Eighth is Steve Taylor at 100. Matt McNeil has got the Wayne Gretzky going on. He sits at plus 99 in ninth. And 10th is Andy Stone at plus 95. If you want to see the standings, head on over to InsideBowling.com, click on the event information tab, and you will find the scores. I will update after the 7-game block. I will update on all social outlets as well. Question here in the chat about King Thess. Yeah, King Thess is, he's actually got the jersey on. The King is in the building. He bowled 300. He's leading the tournament. And this is where he was born. He hatched right out of an egg out of the
Yeah.
machine right behind us.
The chicken machine. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
I do. He hatched out of an egg.
He did. Actually, he was purchased for a quarter behind us in the egg machine.
Yeah. Yep. Hatched right out. And look what it's become.
Oh, yeah. King Thess is in the building.
I smell something good from that Kingpin Bar and Grill, one of our sponsors here. Something smells real good.
I love some of the texts that I get once in a while. Ricky Matsko's favorite bowler of all time just texted me. Says, you would be proud. Having lunch and I ordered a Goose Island 312.
Oh,
I'm a big, big fan of what Goose Island is doing as a brand right now. Oh, we've got some more tweets coming in here. Jackie Bowling says, at Slammy Global, that's my Twitter handle, by the way. Thanks for putting at Cuddle Muff pair on. Unfortunately, I can't connect it to my TV, but my family will squeeze around the iPad. Jabs, thanks for watching. Sorry we did not get to have a conversation at the Masters when you were there and I was there. Obviously, work calls. Jackie Bowling's been a supporter of everything we've been doing since day number one. Joined us on some of our earlier broadcasts.
yeah, it was a lot of fun to work with her at the IB. Well, she worked at the IB Open a couple years ago.
She's always welcome. Always welcome. Someone that loves bowling. Great person. And she's watching her significant other right now, Nick Parr. And Nick's bowling okay. Let's take a look and actually see what old Tricky Nick here has been up to. Sits in 24th. He's 18 over, which is pretty good for a guy who's been pretty much out on tour, repping the pros nonstop. I doubt he's been able to throw too many balls down the lane.
Yeah.
He's done a great job too. I mean, hats off to him and what Spangler have been able to do. Hats off to him. Don't forget 2016 InsideBowling.com Open coming up April 22nd through the 24th in St. Louis. Great sponsors, Logo Infusion, Kegel, and the brands of Ebonite International, including Columbia 300, Ebonite, Hammer, and Track. You can sign up right now on InsideBowling.com. We're accepting entries right now. Type in your old credit card number. It's a secure website. No reason to worry about any sort of identity theft on our site. You're ready to go, and we'll see you in St. Louis. Not only will we see you in St. Louis, but there are two special gentlemen that are going to join us for the very first time in St. Louis at this event.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Dave Lamont and Nelson Burton Jr. going to join us for the tournament. It's going to be cool. Hope you can make it out. The other great thing is there's a lot of value added. For your $295 entry fee, you can get yourself a bowling ball.
Stuff, yeah.
Bowling balls included. That's about what a ball is going to cost you anyway. Obviously, it's a little inflated, but for $295, you can pick yourself up the Raw Urge, the Swerve, the Adrenaline Overload, the Warrior Elite, the Bad Intentions Hybrid, the Red Legend Solid, the Paradox, or the Track Heat. One of those balls you can pick, anyone you want, included with your entry fee.
Yeah, you can't beat that deal.
Eric, no, at this point in time, no, we cannot, and it's due to internet connection. We can give you a little better feed if you want, but it'll be really choppy. It's just internet speeds. Good news though, if you want to watch the replay when we have it uploaded, it'll all be in 720p HD. That's how we roll here. We're backing it all up right here.
720 PhD.
Oh, it is,
Just
isn't it?
realized. Yeah, but you made it sound like it's like a doctorate degree or something.
Oh yeah, PhD. Yeah, good call. Hey,
I'm just laughing at.
Hey, it was a run-on sentence. It was a run-on sentence. I learned that. I believe it was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Or was it earlier than that?
Well, no. I mean, was that after social studies or? Like.
Don't remember that one.
Art.
I never had art course.
In grade school?
No, never.
Really? Mm-mm. You didn't have art?
No.
You have gym?
Nope. We had 4 hours of math, 4 hours of English, and an hour of history every day. Was it?
That can't be real.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I also had to walk uphill both ways.
Oh, yeah, and it snowed every day, too.
No. We got 7 inches of rain every day.
Oh.
That's worse.
Well, I mean,
And the umbrella wasn't invented yet.
was a kayak invented? Could you at least boat to school?
No.
No?
No.
So, I mean, how, you swim to school? Is that what you did?
Cooler lid. You know the styrofoam
you
coolers?
cooler lidded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
A
had
styrofoam cooler lid.
Yeah.
Little Mike with his backpack.
2 of them strapped to my feet.
Oh,
I
that's
just
what you
floated
did. You floated in.
Yeah. With they actually had boot straps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps every now and then.
Yeah,
and
whenever
get to
one of those
school.
broke, Mom and Dad made me use wire ties.
Wire ties.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they had those invented at that time.
Well, they
I mean,
did.
What was that? I mean,
They-
it was like 1870.
They weren't made of plastic or neoprene back then. They were made of aluminum.
Oh, they were aluminum.
Yeah.
But you didn't sink on the styrofoam with those things?
No.
And it didn't rust or nothing, huh?
Nope.
That's interesting.
Yep. Held my breath the whole way too.
Well, how far was it? How far was it?
150 feet.
To get to school?
Yeah.
You lived 150 feet away from school?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nothing. You can hold your breath that long. I don't see that being a problem for you.
Yeah, it was a private school.
Oh.
I went to Our Lady of the Mud Puddle.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure that's everything had something to do with a mud puddle with 7 feet of rain.
Exactly.
That happened every day.
Yeah. Every year it was funny actually. We the school sunk more into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. By 8th grade we could barely see out the windows.
Were there fishes swimming by?
No,
Sharks?
No, there were no fish.
I mean, I'm sure that, there were probably leaks springing up every once in a while.
It was an experience, I'll tell you that.
Hey, Mike, I just want to inform you that I'm well on my way to my stand goal today.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm 4 of the 12 hours. Got to stand every hour, Got to stretch those legs, keep the blood flowing.
Well, I'm looking around at scores, and we've got the front 8 down on 3 and 4.
We do.
So you know what that means.
Time to go rogue. Mike's going to get up here. Well, actually, when he come in, looks like he came in, I guess, high. Looks like it's a 5.9.
Yeah, just as soon as I say that, look what happens. It's okay, still possible 279.
I think I'm going to get me a banana in the snack bar. I've been on a banana kick lately. You know that? You ever eat bananas? You like bananas? No? Banana split? Nothing?
No, usually
They're good for you.
Usually what I do is I go and I pick up raspberries and
Yeah.
blackberries and blueberries
Yeah.
and strawberries, and I put them all in a mix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With some yogurt or anything, or you just eat them? Like you just throw them in your mouth?
A little sugar
Sugar, huh?
and lime juice.
Yeah, that could be kind of good. Sounds good.
Give you an update on our Twitter question. We've got a poll out there on Twitter about synthetic or wood approaches. What do you prefer? And it looks like currently we are still at 60-40 in favor of classic wood.
All right. Wood is good.
Now over on the Instagram side of things, we're looking for more followers.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's going okay. Going okay. We need Instagram followers. InsideBowling. InsideBowling Instagram followers. Look us up. Give us a follow on Instagram. We would appreciate that. Got to get to 5,000 before the end of the weekend. We have a Brandon Biondo sighting in the building too.
Oh.
Jason Wojnar sighting. Lenny Boris sighting. I already said your name, Jason. Oh. Mike Peters. Oh, we got all kinds of great people here. Look at all these people. Look at all these great bowlers. I'm shaking hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking all right.
Looks like King Thess has hit a speed bump here. He's throwing a 2-4-8-10 the 10th frame. If he doesn't convert it, he's going to be in the 170s. He bowled 170 even. Wriggles bowled 192. Ken Duffield is going to bowl he's going to bowl at least 245. He's up in the 10th frame, the second shot in the 10th. Yep, Duffield's going to be in the 250s. Where's Duffield now in the standings, Matt? Do you know?
Duffield is...
Take a gander.
I'm having to scroll.
Down a ways,
32nd, minus 14.
All right, so he's going to get to 42 over with 2 to go. That's what I see down here.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. We're finishing up game number 5 with Matt McNeil. He's got a pretty nice game going for himself here. He's got a strike up in the 10th, 4 in a row. Gets 5. .240 game if he strikes here in the fill ball. Not too shabby.
Pretty good group of folks bowling on this pair. Very talented group.
Yeah.
Vermelia 210, McNeil can bowl 243, was par 231, and Galbranson 236. So now they skip 3 pair, and we will see them again. They will be on the featured pair 13 and 14. And we'll have new bowlers filter into 5 and 6. Don't forget, we got 2 more squads coming up today, 21 games in total. Tomorrow morning we'll be back with 5 games and cashers round, and then we'll bring you the modified stepladder finals tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, top 60 are coming back tomorrow morning for that cashers round.
I'm kind of getting the itch to bowl, Matt.
Are you?
Yeah, it's been a little while. Hey, we picked up a couple more Instagram followers. Thank you.
And McNeil finishes out 243. Let's shoot back over to 13 and 14. There are a couple frames to go here in game 5.
Actually, we just picked up an Instagram follower, Bobby Worthman. I competed against Bobby in Greater Iowa Bowling Association tournaments and Heart of Illinois Youth Classics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a particular event. I was using a TKO punch trackball.
Yeah,
I just drilled it that week. And I went to Iowa, and I bowled the youth tournament on Sunday. And I think I averaged like 235 for the day, which was a lot. and Bobby Worthman was like 250 pins ahead of me. And then there was like a 150 pin gap between me and the closest person in the field. So if he wouldn't have bowled that tournament, I would have won.
Yeah.
It's the one guy that day that beat me.
Took you down.
Well, you know what? That's the least you could do is follow Inside Bowling on Instagram.
Yeah, make up for it. Make Mike happy.
The title you stole from me. Greater
Stole.
the Junior Greater Iowa, ran by Eric Littig, who I believe is probably in the building today somewhere. I just haven't seen him yet. Anyway, Bobby, it was fun, man. You earned that title that day, and it was always fun competing against you. So thanks for following Inside Bowling on Instagram. It's amazing how you remember stuff like that.
Blast from the past, you know.
Bobby, why don't you come on and bowl? I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. He's probably on the tournament list too, so I'm probably saying something that totally doesn't even make sense. But if you're not bowling, you should hit me up on any social platform and let me know when you're going to bowl, and maybe you and I will bowl this tournament together, and I'll cross with you, and I'll try to find a TKO punch track.
I get you a
ball.
champ. Those were my favorite balls of all time. Those old track balls. I really mean that. The Heat, the Triton Elite, the Champ, the Punch. Oh, was it a KO punch? Is that what you're? Is that?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
They had a TKO punch.
A TKO punch.
Yeah, technical knockout punch, and it was right around when the Sugar Ray Leonard boxing glove clear ball came out.
I remember that too.
Remember that one?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we might get a little Troy Fuller action down here on Game 6.
Yeah, we sure are.
Shannon Buchan is also on that pair, so that's a good pair to watch here.
Certainly is as we come down the stretch, and we'll have McNeil and folks over on the other pair. So
Yeah.
just finishing up here on lanes 13 and 14, though. Wrapping up game number 5. I believe it's just about one of the last pairs to be finished. Sean Curtis down here, 189, 156, 247, 176. It's been kind of a rocky road for him.
Ice cream, man.
But Daniel Healy continues to roll, 244, 278, 169, 235. Robert Taylor Jr., 205, 193, 204, 171 down here.
Mike, bring you that coverage, that hot take from the pit.
Yeah, that's down here on 11 and 12. And 13 and 14. Jason Rook, Jeff McFarland, Darren Galbraith, and Mackenzie Van Zante.
He's a good looking Mike. Getting into the picture there. Checking out the scoring console. Scoring consoles here are pretty neat. They're like little iPads. We talk about it, every time we're here, but they tell you a little bit of breakdown on how you're doing, how your game's going. And I know they take your picture if it's open play. They'll take your picture, then they'll throw your picture up next to your score on the teleprompter up top. Kind of a cool little scoring system.
I'm just checking out scores. So Darren Galbraith can still bail out a game here. Possible 217. Probably a good time to take us down to 5 and 6.
All right. Down here on 5 and 6. Game number 6 of 7 here at the 2016 Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open in Waterloo, Iowa, at Maple Lanes. 2 games to go before we're going to break while they do re-oil lanes. And then the next squad's going to come in, and we're going to do it all again. 7 more games. Troy Fuller there on the right side of your screen has won this event in the past, if I am not mistaken there, and he left the 3-6-10. No, Mike's yelling at me. He did not win.
He lost in a roll-off to Casey Murphy.
Oh, that's where it is.
That had extended play.
That was exciting.
A couple times ago.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Just laughing at me. What are you doing there? Oh, I know what you're doing. Get some equipment out.
Getting ready for in-between squads when we're going to get the Hess moment shared on digital media marketing platforms. That's what we're working towards. That's what we're going to try to figure out.
Crossing with Troy Fuller and Shannon Buchan is Andy Ayres and Jason Peterson.
Okay, we continue right along here. Got a lot of bowlers starting to come in for
B squad.
Yeah,
coming in to watch.
It's getting pretty packed in here. Should have a game update after game number 5 here shortly.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet.
Got some votes here for the Turbo X in the chat as being a favorite ball. As a matter of fact, if you're in the chat, type in your favorite bowling ball of all time, or if you can't narrow it down to one, maybe a few.
Yeah, your Mount Rushmore of bowling balls.
There you go. There you go. Nicely played. If you're not familiar with that, that means Mount Rushmore. They've got 4 presidents up on this stone wall out in Wyoming.
Oh, are you talking to me? Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm talking to the folks at home.
You're just looking right at me. Like, yeah. But, yeah, so, and it's, it's not necessarily the 4 best presidents, but the 4 maybe most influential presidents.
Your favorite 4.
Yes, that's what we want to know. Your Mount Rushmore of bowling balls of all time. What would be yours, Mike? What's your Mount Rushmore of balls?
Okay. Totally unbiased.
Okay,
totally
okay.
unbiased. No affiliation
Right.
with who I'm partners with or anything
Right.
like that. Just totally unbiased opinion. I have to go with the Steel Rhino Pro. It's the first ball I bowled 300 with. I would have to go with a Tidal Wave Wipeout that I bowled really, really well with. I would have to go Code Red, Critical Mass Code Red.
Yeah.
And then
That's a little bit more modern.
And then I'd have to go Blue Nitro because it was my first ball that I ever owned. Blue Nitro, 12-pounder.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
My first resin ball was a Cuda C. And I mean, reactive ball, but that wasn't plastic when I first started Cuda C, so that's on there. What else? I'm gonna say the Triton Heat. And let's see, the Cuda C, the Triton Heat. I like one of my favorites was the Sheer Havoc. It was a blue ball, blue and gold, blue and white track ball, and can't really decide on my fourth. I don't know, man. Like
the Skybolt would be my fifth.
the Skybolt, huh?
Yeah.
You remember Ruben from back in St. Louis, juniors?
Yep.
He always used to say, he would pick the Skybolt over his girlfriend. He always used to say that you can always get a new girlfriend, but you can't ever get a new Skybolt.
Interesting.
I'm going to go with the Green Pearl Stomp for my fourth.
Okay, there you have it. What's yours? Let us know in the chat. So lots of striking here. Good amount of striking over here. Andy Aries, Shannon Buchan, Troy Fuller, Jason Peterson. That's Andy Aries right there with the first five. Wow.
Yeah.
I like Troy Fuller.
He's local, isn't he?
Yeah, and he looks like a local. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. You know, he's just good, and he bowls here. And there's a lot of out-of-town talent that travels 4, 5, 6 hours to get here. And he's the guy that says, not on my turf.
Yeah, this is his home house.
Yeah, not.
You're not doing it here.
Buchan also bowls here.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's from here.
Got a Mount Rushmore in the chat here. The Mean Machine, the Rising, which was a good line. The Uprising was a good ball. The Cuda 2000 and the 505C. .718A was a good ball too. Wasn't that the blue and purple one, right? You don't remember?
Shout out to Ryan Zager. Wishes he could be here. Asked me if I got a haircut yet. And yes, I did, Ryan, last week. Thanks for asking. I want to thank everybody for coming in and watching our broadcast, too. We've been hanging steady around 150 to 200 viewers all morning. We had a 300 by Tom Hess this morning. He opened the day with 801. struggled the last game and bowled 170. And he's actually over on lanes 3 and 4 right now, which is just to the left of your screen. Struggling out of the gate, has a double working now, over on 3 and 4.
Good shot for Troy there. Let's go ahead and bring it into split screen coverage here. So 13 and 14 is now underway. This is the pair we just watched on the low end. Matt McNeil, Eric Familia, Eric Golbranderson.
Well, actually, no, I was wrong on the skip procedure. They put all their stuff behind that pair, but they're actually on 11 and 12, Matt.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Mike Boogren, Mark Stinger, Quentin Bolin, and Kevin Link.
There you have it. Hey, Mike, we got a Game 5 update on the event information tab. Down below. If you guys don't see it at home, click manual refresh. It'll be there.
You have a new leader. Dave Barris is plus 249 through 5. Second, John Brocklin at plus 211. Third is Shannon Buchan at plus 194. Fourth is Tom Hess at plus 186. Fifth, Andy Stone at plus 165. And I know we've had some folks asking if Andy was going to be on the live pair. And
I don't know.
I'm not seeing Andy at the moment. I will say that I did see Andy last night at the hotel. The minute we walked onto the casino floor just to see what was going on, Andy was there. Not real sure where I see him at the moment. But we will keep our eyes peeled and see what we can do for you when it comes to Andy Stone. I'll be right back, Matt.
Alrighty. Look at Troy Fuller again here on the left side. Didn't like that one too much. Got another Mount Rushmore here. The Ebonite 1. That was a good ball on the mission, the original mission. The High Road and the Vapor Zone Twisted Fury tied for fourth. Brunswick Phantom. That's a ball. Yeah, we're doing Mount Rushmore of your favorite bowling balls of all time. Type them into the chat. We want to know. Columbia Rival from Kim Richter. Hey, Kim. How you doing? Glad you're watching us. Back home, I'm sure Mike misses you. That pawn had the biggest flare of the Phantom. Don't forget to shoot on over to our Inside Bowling Twitter page where we've got a poll going on at the moment. The poll, which is going to last the rest of today. We might post another one tomorrow. It's kind of fun. We want to know Which bowling approach do you prefer to bowl on? Textured synthetic or classic wood? And right now, texture synthetic is making a comeback. Classic wood is led all day long with 57% of the votes. 46 people have voted. Textured synthetic with 43% of the votes. So head on over, follow us on Twitter at InsideBowling, and vote for your favorite approach surface. You can also follow Mike at Slammy Global, and you can follow me at Clifton Clowers. We're also trying to promote our Instagram page. We want to get up to 5,000 followers on Instagram. It's real easy, just like Twitter, at InsideBowling. So shoot on over there, give us a follow. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Track Shark Urethane. Woo, boy. Greg. Take a look at some of the scores here on 13 and 14. About halfway through this game. This is game number 6. Monster Bowler, Super Beast TI, Storm Red Hot, Storm Fast, and the Natural. That's his Mount Rushmore bowling balls.
All right, Matt, back with you. Went down to Derek Sapp was in the building, and he had a nice post recently on social media, and I wanted to go thank him for it personally.
It's always good to see that.
Shannon Buchan's got it going on.
Yeah, you got that right.
Want to bring him up?
Here he is on the
About
left.
5 in a row, looking for 6.
Looks like he's really getting around that ball.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
That's exactly what we do. Sorry about that, Shannon.
Columbia Vector 2, Greg.
We got 3 triples on 13 and 14 that you've been watching here, and I'm sure as soon as I make mention of that, those will go away as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple more. I see a string out here up front here on 9 and 10. String of 5 in a row. 3 in a row here on 11 and 12 for Vermelia.
Tom Hess just walked by the booth and said, I really hate that end, and pointed to the other end.
Oh, the high end.
Yeah, all the finals and everything happen down on this end, though. So if there's one end for you not to like, that would be the one to not like.
Yep.
See Jeff Riggles off to the left of your screen. He'll creep in. Riggles isn't doing too well, is he?
Yeah, I haven't seen his name up top.
He's 40th, minus 34.
Tied with tournament director Joe Engelkiss.
Yeah, on the same pair. A lot of emojis going on.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that in the chat here.
Yeah, me neither. You learn something new every day. Ebonite, a great sponsor of the Greater Iowa Bowling Association. To find out more about all the great things happening at Ebonite, check out Ebonite at ebonite.com. Find out about all the great products, including the Warrior Elite and the Warrior. Really a great series of balls, this Warrior HP line.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of that on tour. A lot of the guys use them on tour. The Adrenaline line, of course, is a good one. The Code of Honor still in the line. That's one of Josh Blanchard's favorite balls. Tommy Jones really likes that ball. A lot of great things coming from Ebonite. And, of course, Rob Gottschall stepped up in the 10th frame at Nationals on the live stream with the most amount of pressure on the line, and he trusted his game breaker, too, to strike out, to take over the team lead and win himself and his 4 other teammates an eagle. That was really an impressive feat by him, and that was that game breaker 2 in his hand. So a lot of great products from Ebonite.
It's one of my favorites right now.
Also, the team at Inside Bowling, we do the social media. We work with their folks, and we do a lot of the social media for them. And make sure you go and like Ebonite on Facebook and follow them on Twitter, and also follow on Instagram, Ebonite Bowling on all those platforms. Stay up to date on what's going on with Ebonite. A lot of great things coming down the pipeline from the Ebonite line of products.
Don't forget about the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau. They've got a mighty fine website, travelwaterloo.com, and they just got all kinds of stuff on this. I've been scrolling through it all morning. Tells you all the different places to eat, all the cool things to see, all the sights. This is a nice little town, Waterloo, Iowa.
Got just about everything you need here. And if you do come here, make sure you stay at the Isle Hotel and Casino. It's the bee's knees of hotels.
It sure is. Live music on the weekends.
Yeah, and they're giving away a car tomorrow night.
Yeah. Sunday, I think.
Yeah, today's Saturday.
Oh, it is Saturday. Holy cow. Where have I been?
I was like, man, threw me for a loop on that one.
Yeah, they're giving away, it looked like a Chevy Camaro.
So 8 o'clock is the drawing.
Yeah, shoot on down. They also got a money box, one of those boxes that throws money up with from the bottom. You got to grab as much as you can.
Oh, here we go. Travis Jackson wants us to go live on Periscope.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
Oh, Bobby Worthman here responded here. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate the kind words. I moved to South Louisiana, hopefully moving back to Iowa next year. He'll try and find an El Nino. That's what he used that day. It's funny.
Nice little game over on 11 and 12.
Eric Vermilia.
Is that Vermilia?
Yep, Vermilia. Spare, 6 in a row. I'll get a camera on him here in a minute. You know, it's funny. You sit there and you say on a webcast that a guy robbed you of a title, that he shouldn't have been there, so I could have won. And then he thanks me for the kind words.
The kind words. That's funny.
It's funny how I get away with that sometimes.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude. I mean, my God. I'm like, all right, I bowled 250. Sure, I'm going to gain on him. He bowled 280.
There's quite a lot of people here now, Mike. This place is filling up.
Looking for 6 in a row over here. 13 and 14.
That'll be on the left side of your screen when he is up to bowl in the purple shirt.
But our bowler on 13 has 5 in a row.
Yeah, 278 max score.
All right, I got a camera on Vermilia.
Yeah, Yeah, playing right, tight line, Peter. Oh, man.
There you go. Did it again. Never fails.
Yeah, never fails. And in fact, we talked about the other string next to him on the featured pair, and he went and missed as well. So we did it to him.
Just confirmed Jeff Riggles is going to join us.
It's always good to have Jeff in the booth.
Yeah, I think we're going to have Tom Adcock, we're going to have Jeff Riggles, and I think Matt McNeil during the next block. At least that's who we're efforting to get.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger and wine.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm kind of hungry. You could use something cold to drink.
Do you want to go do that? Yeah, do you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I can get out of here for...
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to jet
It'd
out.
be better now to do it before everybody else does it.
Yeah, just go ahead.
All right.
I'll
run the show for a little bit.
Yeah,
it's only one game to go.
I'll wing it up here.
All right. I shall return.
Yeah. Hey, tap Nick Pate on the shoulder. He's sitting right next to Diana, blue shirt. Got a bowling ball in his hand.
Okay.
Tap him on the shoulder. See if he'll come up here. So we'll try to get Nick Pate to join us up here in the booth.
I'll join in.
Hey, you want to take your glass, man? Getting re-coordinated here. All right, joined here now in the booth by one of the most popular bowlers at the USBC Masters this year, Nick Pate. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you.
Nick, have you bowled this event a lot?
This will be my third time. I tried to bowl in it earlier this year, but our college tryouts were on the same weekend, so I had to partake in those.
Yeah, I remember. I think this is where I first met you. Was at this event. You made a decent run at the title here.
Yeah, I just bowled really well. Took fifth, and I didn't know any better. I was just out there bowling and scored really well. It was a little softer back then.
You've been watching the bowling today. What do you think from this oil pattern?
Right now they look pretty easy. A lot of circular balls going down, like nothing sharp, smooth reactions throughout.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing the same thing. Looked like there was a little more left to right you could do earlier on certain pairs. We saw Tom Hess bowl 300. He wasn't playing exactly straight.
No, I was watching the live stream when we were eating breakfast, and yeah, he looked like third arrow in game one and looked really good. Makes me feel a little confident because I like to hook it.
Yeah, but he's kind of backed off since then.
Yeah.
It's kind of gone backwards. He went from bowling 801, and it looks like he currently right now, through 5 games, is only 186 over.
Oh.
So to those of you that are bowling, planning on bowling, you might be able to hook it a little bit at the beginning, but then kind of goes away from what we're seeing.
Yeah, I've been watching, and I see people right a fourth arrow, and they have the best look. Like Eric Vermilia, I don't think he's moved in 4 games, and he just shot 230.
Yeah, a friend of mine, John Brocklin, goes pretty straight up the lane, and he's had success today. Brocklin currently sits in second place at plus 211.
I think your friend is the gutter this weekend. If you can stay near the gutter and don't get in trouble, you'll be fine. Make your spares, obviously.
Now, Nick, for people that don't know you, a little background on you. How long you been bowling? Kind of where'd you get your start? All the way to right now.
I started when I was 3 back in Minnesota. My family, all my family bowls, aunts, uncles, all of them bowl. So grew up in a bowling alley, just bowling. Did high school bowling, so got a little competition there. Didn't really come out to these big tournaments till I was 17, 18, and then decided to go to Midland University in Fremont, Nebraska to perform better and get better. And over the years, it's helped. I've gotten a lot better, smarter, just watching. And then I hang out with Aaron all the time.
Yeah, what's the deal there? I see you guys constantly posting pictures online. People ask, are you guys romantically involved? Are you guys just best friends?
No,
what's the story between you and Aaron McCarthy?
We're just best friends because, I mean, we're both from the same area. Well, I go to school in the same area where she lives, so we just hang out all the time, just because we're close. And yeah, that's about it. We bowl league together.
And now you have Diana also.
Yeah.
You've adopted Diana
Yeah.
into the team.
Yeah, it's a fun trio. A trio.
Yeah. Are you guys taking applications to expand the group?
We'll look at some.
All right. Well, let me know when I can get my application in. I want to hang out with you guys. Bringing into the booth for a second. This is Nick Pate, Mike Flanagan here with you. Talk a little bit about your fun you had at the Masters. You made the top 64, but you qualified it at a very high number.
Yeah, the first couple days it was just grinding. I made a lot of spares. I also split a lot and just grinded to plus 42. And the last day, I like bowling from behind, because it just motivates me to bowl better. And then I just found something on fresh. I got to hook it, and then I just went on from there, and I struck a lot, and then qualified at like 27th or something like that.
Yeah, good number.
Yeah, and yeah, then when the bracket started, I don't know what happened. Maybe nerves kicked in, because I just did not throw it to my best, and it really showed. But it was the second year in a row that I made the cut at the Masters, which is nice to say.
Yeah, there were a lot of really big names that didn't even make the cut. So to be able to make the cut 2 years in a row is quite the feat. What do you have to do mentally to be able to get yourself in a position where if you make the cut again in the future that you go in with some confidence and can win some matches?
Just knowing that you're good enough to compete with the people there, because you were the one that made the bracket, and for some others that you got to know that you are good enough to do this and just throw good shots and just give it a chance. Earlier this year, I started reading a book called Mind Gym that Aaron referred me to. And
Mind
Gym.
Mind Gym.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's helped me with my mental game quite a bit, and it's a good read. I recommend it.
What's your favorite thing you took away from the book?
It told me that to breathe and just slow everything down. Don't think ahead. Just keep everything in the moment, and you will perform at your best.
So kind of like childbirth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. They've been putting on the telecast now the heart rate of the player.
Yeah.
What their heart rate is at any given time, and it's interesting to see how it goes up once the show starts.
I think that's really cool.
So what's on tap for you? You bowl a lot of tournaments and stuff. You were able to get out and bowl this one. What else in the near future you have coming up?
Next weekend, there's a tournament in Lamar's, Iowa. It's about 2 hours north of me, and a small little tournament that a bunch of the Omaha people bowl and South Dakota's bowl because it's right in the middle and fun one. I'm going to bowl nationals in Reno, I think in June or July, I can't remember. And then I want to bowl the Proprietors Cup, but we'll see how the funds look in the future for that. It's pretty expensive and it's a farther drive.
Yeah. And is the collegiate competition going to interfere with being able to bowl the InsideBowling tournament?
Yeah, I have confidence that our team's going to make the make nationals.
Right.
Which, yeah, it's unfortunate because the IB Opens is really fun. I enjoy bowling that. That one of the better run tournaments, and the atmosphere is fun to be around.
Yeah, it happens though. Sometimes there's some scheduling conflicts. You know, when you run a tournament for so long, it's just going to happen sometimes. And we look forward to having you back in the field, hopefully the following year.
Yeah. Isn't it because like April has 5 weekends or something like that?
Yeah, we're always the last weekend in April, the complete weekend, and we don't budge off of that.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the college schedule did budge this year. You know, they should have been the week prior.
Yeah.
To be consistent with what they do all the time, but you know, whatever. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The very first year of the IB Open, it was perfect when I picked the weekend. It was like May 13th and 14th, I think. That was the year there were 5 weekends in May. So the next year there's only 4 weekends, and then I was squeezed out.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So then we went to this weekend that we currently use, and people have actually rearranged their national schedule to actually bowl the event. So I don't want to change or do anything, no matter what tournaments are scheduled against or whatever. I'm not moving. So
I think it's good that way because you've had the same weekend for X amount of years.
Yep.
And people can schedule that in advance and work around it because they know when it's going to happen every year.
Yep, totally. Mike Flanagan here talking things over with Nick Pate. Now, Nick, do you bowl the next squad?
No, I'm bowling C squad.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Erin bowling B?
She is. I'll just be the guy carrying around her bowling balls and just running to get new ones.
And Diana's here in the building, but she's not bowling.
She's not bowling. She is not happy with her game right now, and she's trying to fix some stuff and hopefully get out there.
And bowling competitively right now is just not a good idea.
No.
Bring you into the split screen, give you some love down here on 5 and 6 and 13 and 14. It is the Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open, the last game of the A squad qualifying, game 7 of 7. We'll have 2 more squads coming up. Next squad will start at 1:30, so about 55 minutes from now. Might even start a little bit later than that now that I'm looking at the time schedule here. Nick, what's your favorite thing about bowling? Like, why do you still do it?
Oh, the people I meet. I have a lot of friends in bowling, and it's good. You go to the tournaments and you see everyone and just have a good time. And then obviously, being in college, I like getting money when I cash or something.
Sure.
Because it pays for groceries and rent.
Part-time job. Currently, right now, what's your arsenal look like? What are a couple of balls that are rolling good for you?
Well, I actually just changed my span and pitches and everything about 4 days ago, and I'm liking it. I'm throwing it better, and I just drilled up a Hammer Scandal, a Track Paradox Pearl, and a Ebonite Game Breaker 2 MVP, and I've thrown all of them just on house shots and really nice. They're nice and controlled. Probably going to start with a Hammer Scandal, little surface, stay right, soften up, just let the lane hook it, let the ball do the work. and then probably switch to that MVP if all goes well. And then hopefully end at a track heat where it blends it out nice and easy.
I saw somebody else using a heat today. I don't remember who it was, but it was rolling pretty good for him. Tom Adcock just recently has come over to the EBI team, and I see him out of camera range down here to the right. It's like he's throwing a Paradox Pearl.
Yeah, I just drilled that a couple days ago. It was the first ball that I had with my new pitches, and I love it. It's really nice, predictable, and reads the right part of the lane.
Adcock was 14th after 5 games. We'll have a Game 6 update here momentarily. It should be just a moment. Have it here shortly. A lot of good balls coming out of the EBI camp right now.
Yeah, they're doing work out there, and it's really awesome.
You're What was she saying? What did Aaron say?
She's referring to 2 years ago when I had my first interview with you, and I was...
Oh, down there?
Yeah, I was a little nervous because I've never had an interview.
Oh.
And now look at me.
Do I make people nervous on these webcasts?
I was just a freshman in college that didn't know anything better and I got lucky. Got lucky that year to make 5th.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it luck, partner. I mean, you throw it good.
Yeah, thank you.
You really do. I'll tell you what. There's 2 or 3 people that I met at this tournament that I've been impressed with their games. All right, you're one of them. Nick Crummell is another one, and Miguel Lopez.
Yeah.
You three guys I kind of met through this tournament. I've met a lot of other people through this tournament too, but I'm just saying you were 3 young guys that I've seen, come up through this.
Yeah, Nick Crummell throws it really, really well. I love his physical games.
I think the guy could be a model.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a great bowling model.
Yeah.
Like him and Anthony Pepe would be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't wait to see what the people say in the chat about that. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
So, is it fair to call Erin your sister?
You could argue that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
I actually gave her the nickname Granny because she's old.
Well, she is old.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
The group I hang out with, I'm the youngest. Aaron is the second youngest at 25, and then it's Josie at 27 and Kyle at 28. So I'm the youngest by 6-7 years.
I definitely feel old around you guys. I'm 36, man.
You don't look 36.
I appreciate that, Nick. Nick Pate, nicest guy in the world. I'll pay you later.
I was really shocked with that spike at 20th place from games 4 to 5 or whatever it was. It went from 35 up to 76 up at one point.
Yeah.
That was not expecting that.
Yeah, 74 and 20th, Brad Miller.
It's a big number, especially for this, because this is generally a lower scoring tournament.
Yeah, I think this will be the highest scoring squad. It usually is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you're looking at potentially 12 people being 140 over or so.
That's a lot.
That is. Waiting for an update here. We should have an update any minute here after game number 6. I think she's working diligently on that right now. I'd like to have that update for everyone. Happy you're with us. A squad qualifying just in our final game here. Mike Flanagan along with Nick Pate joins me in the booth. And this couldn't be possible without our great sponsors, of course, Fusion Realtors, Community First National Bank. I want to thank Zach Bajorner from Fusion Realtors and his vision working with Joe Engelkes years ago to keep these tournaments going and to create this great big event here. They have 2 a year. And, of course, Brandon Steen, who works at the Community First National Bank, for also getting Community First on board. I want to thank the great brand of Ebonite Bowling and all the great products that they have available. When you're considering your next bowling ball purchase, make sure you consider an Ebonite product. the Waterloo Convention and Visitors Bureau, who supported this event and bringing all the great folks in to the great city of Waterloo, Iowa, and of course the Kingpin Bar and Grill. Budweiser, Logo Infusion, who's offering a 10% off coupon code if you type in GIBA16, good until the end of April. Members Mortgage Services, and the hotel that I stay at, and I see a lot of the bowlers at, the Isle Hotel and Casino. We appreciate all the support from all of the sponsors. We're looking at hometown hero Shannon Buchan here on your screen. He's going to convert the washout. I have a feeling he's going to convert the washout. Oh, wraps it around. I thought he would. But he bowls league here, and he was exempt when the tour was exempt years ago. He won an exemption. He earned his way to become exempt, bowled every week at a guaranteed paycheck, and he's been around for a long time. Great bowler. He's got a big support from his family and his friends here that live here in Waterloo. Troy Fuller finished second in a heartbreaker a couple times ago against Casey Murphy.
That was when I made the step ladder. I remember that.
Yeah, that was your year, wasn't it?
Yeah. Last year didn't go so well. I was in the cut, shot 140 last game, kicked me out of it.
That's no good.
Yeah.
Do you like the payout here, how it's more even, or do you prefer a top-heavy tournament?
I like the even because, one, I'm still in college, so any sort of income is good for me. So I like the even because I still have high goals, but the last cash spot is not bad because I'm still getting money back.
I got a quote here on Twitter. It says, Flanagan's quote after the tourney: "You should win at your home house. Players win out of town." It's funny. Bobby Worthman. He might have just joined Twitter just to be part of today's conversation. Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh no, he's been around for a little bit. Bobby Worthman. All right, I need a Game 6 update, Jennifer. I'm gonna yell at her. I never yell at her. This is gonna be hilarious. Jennifer, are we close to a Game 6? I never yell at you, and I decided I was going to yell at you for a change. Hi, Eric Littig. We had a Bobby Worthman. We had a Bobby Worthman talk chat in the booth earlier. Well, I saw he followed us on Instagram, and I talked about that tournament that I averaged a ton, and he averaged a ton higher. Yeah, his home house. Yeah. Yep, that was a good one. Yeah. Back in the day. Having a little side conversation here with Eric Littig, who ran the youth version of the Greater Iowas for many, many years. Did you ever bowl any of those?
I did. I think my best finish is like 5th. They're hard. They're on house shots, but they're hard. I can't strike enough on house shots.
We've got 3 squads today, so don't think it's over once Game 7's over. We will break the stream and come back for B squad qualifying featuring Aaron McCarthy, amongst many other combatants on the lanes. 59 more to be exact. And then this evening you'll be able to see superstar hero Nick Pate take to the lanes at about 6:30 and improve upon his best finish in this tournament, which is 5th.
How many viewers do we have watching?
Almost a couple hundred. 1,000.
1,000?
Yep. Those are in thousands.
Yeah.
You know. Here we go. We got an update after game number 6. Your leader is Dave Barris at plus 249. Second, Shannon Buchan. You're watching him bowl right now. He is plus 241. John Brocklin is third at 199. Fourth, Tom Hess at plus 198. Fifth is Andy Stone at plus 181. Steve Taylor is in sixth at plus 180. David Kiltz at plus 164 is seventh. Eighth is Jeff Ussery at plus 159. Troy Fuller and Dave Dentlinger finish out your top 10. Fuller's also on our pair. So we've got 2 of the top 10 right here in front of you. Couldn't work out any better for you.
What's 20th at?
20th position, good call. 75 tied. So 56 over is 25th. 34 over is 26th. That's kind of your drop off there. We have 14 people that are 100 over or more. And out of the 60 bowlers, 32 are plus.
I think they'll get harder as the reel comes down flatter and flatter. And then I know B Squad has a lot of the college bowlers that generally like to get left and hook it.
Sure. Worthman says, get Liddig out of the booth. All right, Nick. Well, I'm going to let you go, bud. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time here in the booth with us. We're going to wrap up this squad, and we wish you all the luck in the world and all the best of bowling later on tonight.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's Nick Pate hanging out with us in the booth. It's great to have some new blood in the booth once in a while. Thanks, buddy. As we finish up game number 7. Fusion Realtors Community First National Bank Open. I am Mike Flanagan. Matt Turk is also here with me this weekend, producing the show and the pictures for us, joining us on the broadcast. Troy Fuller struggling a little bit this game. He's got 96 in the 6, but a strike there. It's important to finish out strong. We're starting to see some emotion around this place. I'm seeing guys, we got a Wingstop team, it looks like. A bunch of guys that work at Wingstop, maybe. I'll have to get you a video of these guys. Susie Fever in the booth hanging out. Got a question here. Any two-handers? I haven't seen any two-handers in the field yet today. Usually we do have a few, but currently right now, no, I don't see any two-handers. Lanes 5 and 6 are complete, so just 13 and 14 here for you. Like I said, 2 out of the top 10 are right here, even though we're seeing Troy Fuller struggle a little bit. We'll see how he finishes up. We'll be back in about an hour once this concludes with B Squad qualifying here on Inside Bowling. Matt Turek joins us back in the booth. Matt, welcome back.
Well, thank you. Went to go support the sponsors.
Did you eat?
Had me a cheeseburger and fries.
Nice. I will probably do that once we have a guest in the booth on the next set. The squad's going to take a little over 4 hours to complete. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at about 12 hours of streaming today with 2 breaks. Looking at 14 hours. We started at 9, so we're looking at an 11 o'clock finish.
Alrighty, that's not too bad.
It's normal.
Yeah,
It's par for the course here.
not too bad at all.
Thought they might get it in 3.5, but to no avail. We're watching 13 and 14, Matt. We've got 2 of the top 10 on this pair. We've got Troy Fuller, who's been struggling and has just left the 3-6-10. So now he can only bowl 196. He's in the top 10, and Shannon Buchan. Shannon Buchan's doing all right. You know, he's triple, open, strike, spare, so Shannon can continue to improve upon what he's got going on in the plus-minus category. But with our game update after number 6, Buchan is currently second, plus 241. He's 8 behind Dave Barris. Troy Fuller sits 9th at plus 154.
All right. It's good to see Troy Fuller back up in the top 10. It's also cool to see St. Louis and John Brocklin up in the top 10, top 5, third.
Yeah, John's bowling real well.
Yeah, it's good. Good to see.
John's got a good look. He's keeping it in front of him and is having no problems attacking this 37-foot oil pattern, 1.9 to 1 ratio. I'm going to walk the high end and see if there's any big strings or anything.
Alrighty. Tom Hess up in the top 5 and 4th. And he just spared. He can strike for 190.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Hess is he was 201 over after 3 games.
Yeah.
And currently now, how many is he over?
He's only 198. He's going to be 188 if he strikes here. Kind of fell off the train tracks a little bit. Started with 801 for the first 3. Tom does strike for 190. See any strings down there, Mike?
I see a whole lot of mediocre right now. Like 160 to 210.
Ah.
For instance, Matt McNeil's going to bowl 192, Vermillion 195, 242 for Gulbranson, though, and 207 for Nick Pate. Not Nick Pate, I'm sorry, Nick Parr. Nick Pate was just in the booth.
Travis in the chat wants to know what kind of toppings I had on my cheeseburger. I had lettuce and onions and mustard and pepper jack cheese. It was pretty good. From the Kingpin Bar Grill.
10% of the money that you spent is donated right back to the tournament.
Ah, how about that? About 80 cents. I threw into the tournament.
Well, that's what you did. Well, it's been a good morning. It's been a good morning of bowling. We've got our legs underneath us now. We know what we're working with as far as the stream is concerned. Know what we're working with as far as how the oil pattern is played and how it scores, and that bowlers can get matched up and they can do great things. And yet it's still a flat oil pattern, and you can struggle on it.
Yeah, you definitely can. And it's kind of interesting to see how after the transition hit, and once you get to later games, how the scores kind of fell off a little bit. Wonder how if that's gonna happen on the other two squads.
You know what I'm gonna do for everybody?
What are you gonna post the? Yep. Mike's gonna go ahead and post the pattern on the event information tab down below on InsideBowling.tv. It's blue. It's cool. The event information. Tentative B squad start time. Well, they're supposed to start at 1:15. It's almost 1 o'clock now, and it is 1 o'clock. I would have to say maybe 45 minutes to oil. 1:45 2-ish. Probably closer to 1:45.
All right, that should be there now. Lane pattern is on there. But I got to go do something to make sure it stays there.
Troy Fuller finishes out with 157. Lots of open frames. Lots of red circles.
Okay, lane pattern is there for any of you that want to see it, and it will stay there. 1/3 of the way through just about, Matt, of today's action.
Cruising right along.
It's 1 o'clock. I anticipate we'll get started at 2 o'clock for the next squad. Be about a half an hour behind.
Could be worse.
So Shannon can bowl 220. That would put him at 261 over. I don't know what Dave Barris had the last game, but Shannon in great contention for being in a nice spot going into tomorrow's cashers round to be able to make it into the top 10 for the stepladder and a chance at this title.
Yeah.
$2,800 up for grabs for first, $2,300 for second, so on and so on. $150 entry fee. The last cash spot receives $215 for their efforts, and that's the last 4 cash spots. So that's the 57th through 60th position, and that was based on 128 bowlers, and I think they're gonna have more than that.
Yeah.
Or what was it based on? It was based on. This is available on the GIBA-bowling. No, it is based on 180. It is based on 180, so that is right. That is what it will be.
Well, action is completed here for A squad.
Sure has, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm a little chilly. He's
Yeah, I'm a
not
little
'cause he's got a coat on.
Yeah.
Hey, 7 games, higher scores than what we've seen in the past, 37-foot oil pattern. Tom
30
Hess
mils.
thrilled us with 300, bowled 801, and then just kind of steadily went down from there, but in great shape to make it to tomorrow. We saw some locals bowl good. We saw some out-of-towners bowl good.
Yep.
And we've got 120 more bowlers take to the lanes.
Yep. 2 more squads, 14 more games. See what happens here. We'll pick back up right about 2 o'clock or so. Make sure we'll post on social media when we're coming back. And until then, I guess we're going to sign off.
Yeah, we want to thank all the great folks here at Maple Lanes. Couldn't do it without them, and the great sponsors, of course, Fusion Realtors, Community First National Bank, and all the other great sponsors that we have here. Matt and Mike signing off for now. We will be back with B Squad here coming up in just a little bit. Thanks for watching our broadcast here on InsideBowling.com. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you.